welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest in the building. We got my dog Pucho.
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. We got my dog Mateo.
Tony, are you over there checking the notes to figure out who you're on with today, or what? What's going on over there?
No,
You look like you're checking notes, like you forgot who you were with.
no, I never forget. I know the three amigos I'm with every damn Saturday. Can't forget about y'all. And I'm here with my dog Doughboy in the building.
Yo, yo, yo.
How's everybody doing, man? Nice Saturday morning. Everybody looks wide awake, spiffy.
Do we?
It's being sarcastic a little bit.
Tony, I have watched too much TV the past 24 hours or so. I am caught up on Umbrella Academy.
Oh my God.
I'm caught up on The Boys. I'm caught up on Stranger Things.
But you binged the last, what, 80
Oh, yeah.
hours or so?
Well, it's only like 4 hours of new Stranger Things that they put out yesterday, right? And I had yesterday off work, so caught up. Bring on season 5.
Yeah, I just saw the list. I got One Piece, Stranger Thing, Umbrella Academy, and I have what's the other one? Oh, and I'm finishing Van Helsing. Sorry.
Which one is that one?
It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's been there for a minute, but it's got like 8 seasons or some shit like that. So getting that one out of the way. And I honestly didn't even know they dropped, I guess, the second half of Stranger Things. I didn't know. Last time it was like a month or two apart, wasn't it? Last time I did like a part 1, part 2. It was weird. Like I saw a new episode. I'm like, wait, what? I could have sworn I already seen it all, but
I think it's been about a month, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but no, that's good, man. You binged a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. It's hot, dude. Like, it's hot as hell outside. If I can avoid going outside when it's 110 degrees outside, I'd do that all day.
Oh yeah, Texas is a little warm outside. A little warm.
Yeah.
You
we
ride
got
your
our
bike
first
a
bit
lot
of-
still?
My bike's tires are out, so I need to get new tubes. I got some tubes, but they're too big. And I tried using these tubes before, and my bike lasted all of like a week before like these tubes went flat because they're rubbing. I'm guessing because they're too fucking big.
You don't got
It's
a bike
crazy.
shop around you?
I do. I just I haven't prioritized it. I
Gotta
don't
go to your
really-
local LBS.
Don't care too much about riding my bike around.
Go to your local bike shop.
Local.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a different kind of bike there, though. This is more like big boy bikes, like engines, oil burner bikes. You know what I mean?
Tony, I don't have my motorcycle yet, dude. My motorcycle. The plan is to pick it up here soonish.
Oh, I thought that's what the fuck we're talking about the whole time. I thought you had your
No.
motorcycle.
Nah, y'all are gonna see pictures on social media when I get my motorcycle.
Wow, I thought you had your fucking motorcycle the whole time.
Nah, man, not yet. No, I found the one that I like. I just need to. I need to come up with a plan for like learning again because it's been a year and a half since I've ridden on a motorcycle.
From the training course.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, how do you get motorcycle experience besides the training course?
That's fucking funny. Your friends don't have a bike?
All of my friends that rode bikes have stopped riding bikes. They got kids, and their wives were like, I don't think you're riding a bike anymore.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
It
I
happens.
mean, it shouldn't be that hard, right? It should be like riding a bike. You just jump on and, you know?
It'll take it'll take some parking lot time. Basically, like I need to figure out how to get it to my place so I can get parking lot time so I can learn how to ride it again so I can feel comfortable being out on the road because I'm not trying to die on my motorcycle. That's the
God
preference.
forbid that. And no one wants you to die.
Yeah, for sure. I had a childhood friend die on a motorcycle, just doing tricks and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting to that level. I don't think that's going to be the plan. I saw a dude doing wheelies on the highway at like 90 miles per hour the other day. It's crazy shit, man.
The boys
They
like
got
the rush.
Big balls.
Leave it up to door to go sexual quick. Did we last 5? Oh, we last 5 minutes. give or take. How was your week, though?
It was good. I was at the bar last night. Somebody got shot. Like
At the bar?
down the block from me, yeah. And
Oh.
the worst thing is that everybody dropped to the ground. Like, nigga, the whole block. It was like 100 people on the block. It looked like everybody had paralysis at the same time. They just went down. Glasses breaking everywhere. And then I'm just looking like a dick. What's going on over there? And yeah, it ended up being somebody shot somebody else. And
That like a culture thing, I guess, right? Like you're just so used to all that shit that you just don't jump to the ground anymore. I mean, I think it's a little dumb, but not dumb, but still like.
Me and my friend Chris felt so stupid because we were like, it's just fireworks, guys. It's just fireworks. And then fucking ambulances start rolling up, mad police. I was like, okay, it's not fireworks. It's not.
What are you, my neighbors on next door?
That's ridiculous.
The opposite of your neighbors. He thinks every gunshot's a firework.
Yeah. So that was last night. Work was good. Riding bike, all that same shit. I'm fast on the bike now.
Yeah.
No more complaints about
figured it out?
about the bike. Yeah. I'm hitting 28, 29 on there.
Nice.
Jesus, there's no reason for you to be going that fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I like the speed.
ridiculous. Speed kills. I
Yeah,
wanna
you've
speed.
said that before, Tony.
I don't even know what the follow-up to that would be. If you didn't say he's already said it.
Oh, me?
Speed kills. Yeah, it does. Apparently.
I don't even know what to say.
Exactly. This shit is dumbfounding.
They can point proving to Pucho's score. They're gonna make the worst judge ever. Wouldn't even hear out the whole facts. Make his fucking decision.
Now be like Judge Judy. You do one stupid thing, and I'll just side with the other person. I'll instantly make you pay.
Yeah, nah, that's not cool. She can't be doing that shit. Oh, she does.
Yeah, she could. It's cool.
How
So
do you feel
you know
about
the inner workings of that show?
No, not really.
They basically they look all over the country seeing cases that are like coming up or like people that got to make appearances in court and things like that, and they pick any cases that seem like it would be interesting for TV, and they'll hit people up and they'll be like, look, if you come on the show, even if you have to pay the fine, we'll cover it. And then to the other people, if you're gonna get paid, we'll pay you out of pocket. So it's like win-win for everybody.
Yep.
Oftentimes, like, you can't get your landlord in court, as an example, right? Like, he's dodging the paperwork. He's not picking up phone calls. Even if a judge says, oh, this person does need to pay the fine, the policing of forcing him to pay the fine, it's, like, not all there in a lot of states. So sometimes people are forced to pay a fine, and they never pay it. And there's no real, like, downside to it. You know what I mean?
The fuck?
Yeah, I think
So-
they even get paid for being on the show too.
So Judge Judy hits you up, be like, look, we'll pay you the fine. So the people who weren't getting paid find it as a benefit. The people who don't need to pay find it as a benefit. And then they get to air people's dirty laundry out there and make money off of it.
And then you can
That's
become you can go viral and become a celebrity.
She's not a judge either. Or she actually was a judge. But that courtroom is not a real court. It's just fake.
That's terrible. That's capitalism.
It is capitalism. It's cool, but also weird. Like, it's exploitative, right? You're finding people that are in need of money or in need of getting out of paying money and telling them, look, if you come out here and air all your dirty laundry, we'll cover everything for you.
Did they make a movie of this recently? Something similar? Where you want money, you got to go on a show and get killed if you don't win?
Squid Game.
Yeah. Fucking
Basically, did you see this that Netflix is going to make a real life Squid Game? Obviously, people aren't going to be killed like in their version. I would hope not, but they're doing an actual like real version of the Squid Game.
I mean, it makes sense. It's a fun concept of people doing a bunch of random shit in order to like win a prize. And this is like old school TV, you know. This is like Guts or Legend of the Hidden Temple. You know, it's like these type of shows. You know, it's like a game show.
Yep.
I mean,
It should be interesting.
It'll be real good if it was actual real, like motherfuckers actually do go.
I don't know that I would want to watch people die on TV. I feel bad, man. There's some boxing matches that I've watched where a dude gets knocked the fuck out, and I feel bad enough watching that. Like, I feel like I just watched a crime happen.
If it was Mike Tyson smacking you upside your head, that's definitely a crime.
So you would want to watch people getting shot, or not even watch? You didn't say you want to watch it. You just said it'd be cool if that was real. People are getting killed on a game show.
No, I don't think it'll be cool. Let me retract. I think it would just make it more interesting. Oddly.
Can't argue that. I mean, what would be more interesting on television than a game show where they're like, people actually die?
It's like that remember the state that we had in, like 10, 12 episodes ago, where we were talking about this is a state where anything goes down. Fucking, you can do whatever you want.
That was like 30 episodes ago.
30, was it 30 episodes ago?
It was a while
a long time ago, yeah.
Jesus.
I have no memory of this state.
I forgot. I think it was like Oregon or some shit. No. Colorado? No.
Oh, you're talking
Utah?
about...
No.
No. I think it's in Oregon. Or this is like during lockdown with the protests, and they like declared their own area. I forget what that place is called.
It would be we also
do the BLM riots, but I should say the BLM protests, but that particular place, they were rioting like crazy. They fucking seceded like a whole area, a couple blocks, and they were like,
it was like the downtown area.
Chaz was like the king of that shit, right? Am I bugging?
Some rapper.
I don't think it was a Chaz, but I think what you did add, I won't forget, is that people becoming, like the citizens becoming their own police. And you were like, yeah, you could just throw those people in there and fucking, you can hunt any type of species of animals, you can hunt humans, whatever you want to do. It's a fucking country or whatever to do your own thing.
Fuck.
I think there's some add-ons to this conveation happening.
No, I swear that was all of it. We have to see this. Beautiful. We have the tapes. We could spend time to do that just to be like, look, you're wrong.
Who's we?
I then.
I ain't going looking. I'm trying to. Hey, you gotta find the fucking episode. Then you gotta watch it. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I put the bait out there for Pucho to attack it. He didn't attack because I wanted him to say, "Word, bitch, you couldn't search through 100 messages, but you're searched through hours of fucking pods." So fucking. That's what I wanted.
I would
him
love
to say.
to see if you do it. I don't think you're gonna do it.
I probably not. But yeah, how was your week, Pooch? Other than your nicely shaved head,
pretty regular.
Regular.
Been watching a lot of TV. Started this new show on Apple TV called Severance. Really interesting.
I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like basically this company puts a chip in your head voluntarily. These people volunteer for this procedure. And whenever they go into work inside of the work building, their brain becomes like split. And they have no memories of their time at work. So they literally walk into work, and from their point of view, they walk right out. So they only remember their time outside of work. And there's some split memory where inside of work, I mean, you're still a version of you, but you know, you're walking around doing all types of shit inside the office, right?
Huh. Do you have any idea where you work at?
Yeah, they know where they work. They volunteered to do this. They know. Well, they don't know what they do. You know what I mean? They don't know anything that happens inside the building.
So you could be a straight up assassin and you would have no idea. You just know you go into this black building every day and then your memories stop.
Yep.
Huh.
that's some government ass shit, right? That's capitalism as well. There'll be a lot of cap talk today.
To government or capitalism? Because
mixer or both. Because it's now you go to work, like your job could potentially do that, right, Pooch? Because you guys, whatever you do at your job, it could be important. So you can just wipe half your memory. Like, I don't think they're gonna do that for a stripper at a strip club or a mailman. Or
I think it'd have to be like
a
something
building?
worth hidden, I should say.
I mean, there's that whole concept of that in like cyberpunk novels and like the cyberpunk world, right? It's like these this idea of like sex workers becoming like what is in Neuromance, they have like meat puppets basically they put their consciousness into, and that consciousness works at like these prostitute prostitution type jobs, like these brothels and things like that.
That's
It's a concept they've definitely explored before in other like cyberpunk things. It's
The word meat puppet. It's just
It sounds so disgusting.
meat puppets. That's how they call them.
Fucking
we're
meat
just
bag.
meat bags.
Yeah, well. What? Hey, question though. If you got a kid, but Mateo, you can answer too, obviously. But if the government says, hey, or a business says, hey, because of so many abductions and shit for kids, if they tell you, yo, we could put a chip in your child, you just pay yearly, and no matter where your child's at, whatever time, the child can be tracked. Would you be down to have a chip inserted into your daughter? And it can be removed after 18 or whatever age you feel like it can be removed, or she decides or whatever. Would you do that? Just to protect the child if ever for need of her getting abducted or anything like that? You could find her?
I mean, I don't know.
Would you
Doesn't
trust
sound horrible,
would you trust the government to actually pull that chip out of your kid's head after 18? You take him in. Government's like, yeah, we're gonna pull out a method to track a U.S. citizen that we might need to use at some point in the future. Sure, we'll pull that chip right out.
I mean, I don't think it'll be in your head. It could be like something like inserted right underneath your skin. This man has cat warts here.
Yeah, I mean, to Mateo's point, it would have to be, there would have to be a serious problem with abductions. I don't think we're there. B, you think we're there, Tony? You think there's such a problem with abductions right now?
I
I don't know anybody that's been abducted.
mean,
Do you know people that have been abducted?
I've seen it. I don't know anybody like personally, but I've seen it.
I know a lot of people. I don't know a single person that's been abducted. So like, I don't think it's such a widespread issue. You're Googling abductions?
He is 100. You can see it. You can see the reflection in his glasses.
I'm like, wait, how do you really know the glasses?
In the U.S., it wouldn't be bad. I mean, if you were going to like a country with, I don't know, I feel weird about being tracked, like those tracker apps and things like that. I feel real weird about that. Granted, we all have Google phones, right? So like in some way, we're all being tracked, unless you go in and turn off your location data and all that shit. But
so since 1999, non-family abductions, just randos grabbing kids, 58,200 children have been kidnapped. 1999. That's a lot.
In 22 years. It's kind of hard to...
These numbers don't really tell us anything, though. Like, I need percentages. I need to know, like, the other side of, like, the data in this.
And then there's all the other factors of, like, how, and not saying that we don't care about those things, but it's a factor of, like, how many of these people that get abducted are, like, street or sex workers or, like, doing things where they're in more danger. Like how many elementary school kids are really just getting snatched up at random? Like,
so in the U.S.,
I don't think it's as widespread.
In the U.S., as of 2022, 2,300 children are reported missing per day. Strangers abduction, less than 1% of missing children.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually like the father in like a custody battle or a mother in a custody battle or something along those lines.
But around the world, 8 million each year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's still crazy high. Even if it's a father taking it or whatever. And you know
but
what?
99% of them are family members. I'm not saying that it's not that much of a problem, but it's like, I don't think we're in the same situation of like, oh, I gotta track my kid all the way to chase him all the way to like Czechoslovakia to go get my kid back. Like, I don't know if that situation is that common.
Yeah, I mean,
chipping my kid.
Once you start looking like worldwide, I mean, yeah, it becomes way crazier, right? Because like the Taliban, ISIS, they all have done various levels of like human trafficking and things like that. So like, there's a higher chance in a country where they're operating, right? So
yeah, even like in Congo area or whatever, or like Africa or shit like that. I think they said. What happened?
Even in the Congo area. In Africa.
Whatever the fuck.
Africa's a massive fucking place.
They abduct these kids and put them in their fucking war camps and train them to be fucking killers and shit. Like, shit's sad. Actually, that's fucking depressing as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I've seen movies where that's depicted. I haven't read about that, so no. Like, how much that really happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just like not gonna watch a movie and like form an opinion about it. Like we all watch Blood Diamond, right? Like, I don't know if that's like a realistic depiction of what's happening.
I've actually never seen Blood Diamond.
Damn,
I also have never
movie.
seen Blood Diamond.
It's a good movie.
Y'all don't know about the Pink Diamond.
That's Leo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Dope. I don't know if you heard, but would you put a chip in your child?
I was listening. Yeah, I had my headphones on. I don't think so. Seems like a step too far.
Step too far. Like
Yeah.
privacy?
Yeah.
So you're in agreement with a kid needs their privacy up for their whole entire life, not until they're 18, 100%?
I mean, I think people deserve privacy. Even your children. Yes.
But I mean, you're not like, how is that invading their privacy just knowing where they're at?
I guess, like I said, to a certain age, maybe that will be useful. But I mean,
Tony, what if we wanted to put a chip in you so when these recordings are happening and you're not showing up, we could like pull up our little app and be like, oh,
where is
Tony's
he?
down at the Applebee's.
Well,
and then he tells us he's pulling into his
in.
driveway right now.
I'm pulling in.
I'm pulling in.
Yo, I can't stand these motherfuckers.
I mean, would you
swear.
accept this to put a chip in you and watch you?
If that's gonna help you sleep at night,
lying.
sure.
No lies. No fucking
Can't stand
way.
that you're lying.
I would
It's so
instantly take
annoying.
that shit out and put it in a cat or something. Just fucking roll around.
I'm saying
No, I
you
mean,
wouldn't
as
want
a-
to be tracked by us.
No, I'm an adult. I get it. Like I
What
agree
does that
somewhat.
matter?
What I agree. No, like Doughboy said, privacy.
I'm not Doughboy.
I think when you're 18, maybe 18 is the cutoff, right? Like 18, yeah, don't put a chip in
Why?
your child. Take it out.
What happens when you're 18 that you could just remove the chip?
I don't know. It's just a U.S. fucking thing. 18 is like
just a nice
everything
number.
fucking, yeah, I don't know. We could say what? I mean, honestly, like, can a child really defend themselves against abduction from like 15 years old? No. 14? No. 16?
Did they go to
No.
Cobra Kai?
Let's go to Cobra Kai.
I know plenty of adults that can't defend themselves from an abduction.
We should
The
chip them.
fuck out of here. Who
You gotta
name him?
You gotta send them to that guy in Detroit, that big black guy. You never
You talking
seen
about the
him?
security guy?
I
Yeah,
don't know
Dan.
what video that is.
He's the cop who's teaching everybody the self-defense shit. It's like
He's an
14
idiot.
guys walk up to you with a gun. This is what you do. And then he like does weird moves to like disarm them and shit. I'm exaggerating with the 14, but it's like, guy has a gun to your head. This is what you do. Boom, and he'll do some shit that's
He'll like
like
turn his head and then like, ugh.
Man's
my
an
favorite. You
idiot.
haven't seen this, Montega? The self-defense guy?
It's
My favorite
hilarious.
videos are the guys making fun of him. That's like, it's like, all right, guy has a gun in your head. What do you do? And then they go to try to employ the technique, and then they're just instantly a soul. They're like, huh? Like they're
There's
dead.
mad clouds. There are clouds behind them like they went to heaven.
They're like, huh? How can I see
happened?
myself?
This shit is fucking hilarious, dog. That man's an idiot. Full blown idiot. None of those
That man's getting
techniques.
paid.
Yeah, but godly, that's an idiot way to. None of that
Dude,
makes sense.
there's a lot of dumb people out there. Fucking Steven Seagal still teaches like self-defense classes and
Don't
he
disrespect
trains
Steven Seagal.
MMA fighters and
That man's an actual real trainer. Teaching real
No, I heard he's
self-defense.
one of the biggest frauds in Hollywood.
haters.
he's not even in Hollywood anymore. That man's in Russia.
He's in Russia?
He's spent a lot of time in Russia recently because he's like butt buddies with Putin or whatever.
Can't trust that man.
He always wears those stupid kimonos everywhere. It's fucking weird.
Why are they stupid?
I'm just saying. Him wearing them is dumb. I don't think they're dumb. I think kimonos are pretty cool.
Steven Seagal is just like walking cultural appropriation. He wears kimonos. He claims that he's Native American, and I think that like those claims have been like thrown out. Like he is a weird guy.
Yeah.
So
Some
one
say
time my mom wanted to hurt my feelings. She said she named me after Steven Seagal.
Oh my god.
Hurt my feelings.
I love that. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Little Steven Jr.
Yeah, my mother's is a funny person. She knows how much I hate Steven Seagal. She's like, I named you after Steven Seagal. I'm like, how dare you, Mom?
And she was probably smiling the whole time after she says it. But
my favorite videos are like the videos where like these fake masters, they do like a bunch of like the tiniest little chop and their whole body, people's would be collapsing left and right and shit. And then a debunker would like show up and he's just like getting chopped, or there was the one guy who's like, he could hold his hands out and just create like a defensive bubble around him. And if you try to penetrate the bubble, they just like collapse. And some guy walked into the gym and he's like, all right, go ahead and attack me. And the guy was like, da, 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 just mad punches to the face. That guy was like, oh shit, my magic ain't working. What the fuck? It was ridiculous.
Oh, what a fucking idiot, bro.
That's hilarious.
What I was gonna tell you though, I didn't finish the. Oh yeah, so all right, so you're against it. Up until what age?
I don't think any kid should have a tracker on them. I'm good off that.
It's because you're not a father. That's why.
I think that temporary trackers make sense. I've heard that on like the Disney cruises, they have like wristbands that you can put on the kid, and it'll track them on the ship. I think temporary trackers in situations like that, not a bad idea. Think about how big a cruise line is, right? Like think how big a ship that is for a kid to get lost or anything like that, right? It makes sense in that situation. I don't think you should keep a tracker on your kid 24/7. I think that an important part of raising a kid is letting them know that there's trust.
Oh, it's not trust on them. It's trust that if they get stolen, I can find them.
I think that shifts a little bit after a certain age. I think once that kid starts becoming a little bit more independent and they have a tracker on them, I think it feels like an invasion of trust more than it feels like a safety.
Yeah, then we just take it out at that point.
Yeah, I don't like the implant idea of this. Give me something that I could take off and on him, and yeah, for sure, I'll think about it. But as soon as you go like implant mode, I'm like, no, this is not cool. I'm good off that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the whole like. Again, if we're in a situation that demanded such a technology, I would do it. Like I'm not. If there was like a statistic, 50% of kids get abducted by randos. It's like, yeah, we're chipping my kids. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not flipping a coin and figuring out whether I lost my kid or not. Like, I'm straight. But
yeah,
I don't think we're there.
No, that's fine.
I'm even right now, I'm okay with like, your iPhones and shit like that. Parents track their kids through their phones and shit. I'm all right with that. I think to a certain age, I don't know.
I mean, in situations,
I don't see that it's so bad, but
in situations it makes sense. You're going out on a date with someone. This is women do this more often than guys, but honestly, even guys should do this. You're going on a date, share your location with one of your friends. Mm-hmm. Fucking done. Like it adds an extra level of safety. Yep. Not a bad idea. But would I want that turn on all the time? Would I want y'all to know where I am every moment of the day? Fuck no. Absolutely not.
I've left it on before, and the person was like, "Oh, what are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "Yo, you're weird, dude."
I think Doe's still sharing his location with me.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to turn it off.
That way in New York, I wouldn't get lost. Like a child, right? But no, honestly, I would do it because... I mean, what's the alternative? I get an Apple AirTag, so when I go to theme parks, I'll just clip it into his fucking pants. Then he can just roam free. Like, I don't know.
That works.
I mean, it's just the fear of losing your kid, bro. That's a crazy ass fucking fear.
I mean, the old school was the kid leash. You remember that?
My child's not a fucking dog, bro. Oddly enough, only people I've seen do it are white people, I think. I don't think I've ever seen a Hispanic or black parents done it. If I could be wrong. I
definitely have.
You 100%. Have? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure they do, but I'm with Tony. I'm talking about the vast majority of instances of this is white people.
I would have to really dig into my memory because I haven't seen a kid leash in a long time. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, basically.
Shit's
Oh wow, nah, I see it all the time. They have these like book bags. Put the book bag on your kid, and it'll be like a dog with a long tail or something, and then they'll just hold on to it. It'll be a monkey with a long tail, shit like that.
Interesting.
yeah, it's fucking weird. I see that shit, I be like, nah, bro, what's wrong with what's you gonna give this damn kid treats now too when he sits down? Like, what the fuck? Shit's weird.
In theory, again, it's not that bad. Like,
Yeah, I don't
you're
think
letting
that's
your
that bad,
kid more freedom than you would have. Either you're gonna be holding them the whole time, or you're gonna be letting them roam free the whole time, which maybe isn't safe, you know.
So you would put that on Liana going to the theme parks and shit?
No, I never said that I would.
My point.
Why is that? What's your point?
That you don't want that. You don't think that that's a good idea to do.
Well,
If
he's
you're
saying
not
that it
willing
makes sense. He said it makes sense. It's just not something he would personally do.
Yeah,
Like he can
some
he
people,
can see
That don't
he
make
can see the
sense.
logic in doing it.
Yeah, I could see the logic in people owning a weapon and buying it. And, you know, it's not for me.
Okay, you
You
got
know?
that.
Some of these people never. The vast majority of people never have to defend themselves one time in their entire lives, but they still buy their gun.
Yeah. I would love to see the numbers on that, but yeah, that sounds pretty. I could see that happening.
I don't know a single person who's ever had a kill defensively with their gun.
I mean, you don't have to kill to be defensive. The gun.
Or
Is it-
threaten or shoot or take out their gun. I don't know anybody that has ever done that.
Wait. Isn't that the whole point of like defense with the gun? I've heard that you should never point your gun at someone else unless you're willing to kill them. Like,
That's a
isn't
fact.
that the whole thing?
But
So
people,
like this idea of like aiming to injure or something like that, and that's you're going to be your defense plan. It doesn't work, right?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people have said, "Oh, I got a gun," without even saying that they have it. Like saying like they own it or not. They'd be like, "Oh, I have a gun. You better back off." People usually 9 times out of 10 will probably back off.
I feel like that's an escalation of it.
It could be, but they don't have to pull the gun to scare people off. You know what I mean? You don't have to pull a gun out. It's dumb though. Some people do flash it. They lift their shirt up and be like, "Nah, it's not today, buddy." And that's like one way of like not trying to shoot them, but at the same time, it's concealed carry. They're not supposed to know until they actually know and get shot.
Yeah, they're breaking the gun laws. The gun rules, I should say, not the laws.
Yeah, but you brandish your gun, and then let's say the other person has a concealed gun. You don't know that they have a concealed gun. Now you're in a shootout because you were trying to
Be cowboys. That's a definite possibility. If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that subscribe button. Follow, like, share on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Apple Music, Spotify. We're everywhere. Worldwide, everything. Just hit that button, subscribe, like, leave comments. We're here for you. Snow.
You know what? I thought about the other day. What do we call our fans? What are they called? We need a name for them.
The One Up Gang.
One Up Gang. That's not too bad.
I think we should figure this out off
more-
pod.
yeah,
Right?
workshop.
I'm not
We
getting
need to
married to
workshop
any
it.
nonsense
Yeah.
that's gonna be conjured by Tony's brain right now.
Gang.
The One Up Gang.
So stupid.
That's stupid.
Gang,
You went
gang.
from liking it, and then as soon as Pucho hit a drop no, you went to switch up. Damn,
So
boy, you a fucking rider, boy. You a fucking rider. I'm getting tired of you two ganging up on me. Mateo, when are you coming on my side?
I can't go up top.
Yeah, there's a bottom gang. Okay, I don't know why Doey. I can't explain what Doey's love for the bottom is. All I'm saying is, I have my own opinions. Ain't nobody ganging up on you, right? Doey want to flip flop out here like a fish.
I can't
You can
trust
be
him.
the Fish.
Can't trust
I'm
him.
fine with it.
What if we do the next episode and we have 3 of us on the bottom and Tony up top by himself?
I don't think that would work. I don't
like
think
that.
you could do that though. I'll
It
be
could be
down.
arranged.
I like that.
Boss shit. CEO up top, rest at the bottom. It's lonely up here, boys. Damn, Pucho hates that shit.
I just ignore it. I really don't hate it. It doesn't bother me. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, wow,
What a piece of shit.
What an it like he's just enjoying the fantasy power trip. Like it's a fantasy, but I'm like, you know, you got to let your kids play their games. You know what I'm saying? So I let it rock out.
It's actually it's truth. Yeah,
It's true. Look at the flip flop on this bitch over here, bro. If you're gonna be on top, you
flip-flop.
can't be fucking.
I was never for you being the CEO. Okay, I didn't put that vote in.
I'm sorry, you don't have to put a vote for the CEO. That's the difference.
Cool.
The angle of my fan is making every exhale that I do just looks like I'm setting off a smoke machine over here.
I've seen that a few times. I was weirded out.
That's his
Am
PC.
I tripping?
I've got my fan behind me, and it's just apparently just causing a whirlwind right here.
Well, for our first topic, boys, social media has been going crazy about this woman recording one of her baby daddies dropping off McDonald's for his child. Apparently, that's not a thing that he should be doing. He should be dropping off food for all these kids, even if they're his or not. I don't understand the expectation of it, of why that's a bad thing or a good thing. Let's talk about it real quick and see, like, maybe I'm bugging out for thinking that that's not a wrong thing to do. You guys tell me.
Okay, Doey, give us the breakdown on this video. You're the one that introduced us to this video. Give us a quick breakdown, especially for the audience that might not know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, Twitter was erupted this like past week because this young lady, she starts the video off by saying pretexting what was gonna happen. She says, I bet he only has food for his kid. He didn't buy food for my other 3 children. He hops out the car, and then the bag is dumb small. McDonald's, and she immediately starts calling it out. She says, that don't look like enough food for 3 children or 4 children. And he's like, huh? He starts.
He was
he's
dumbfounded.
Like, huh? He said, first of all, he's like, why are you recording me? And she's like, because I'm going to put you out. Which, I'm going to be completely honest, that shit's kind of whack. Like, trying to put somebody out. I don't know this guy's situation. I don't know, like, what his funds are like. I don't know. You know, I do think that.
Hold up, you're still in the video explanation.
Yeah, my bad. Video explanation. So, anyways, they start getting to an argument. He's like, you know, I could understand if it was one other kid. He's like, but you got 3 other children in there. He's like, I don't got money for that. He's telling her, she's just bashing him, and the video goes on, and it's just not, you know, that's pretty much it. And a lot of people, were defending the guy and saying,
well,
you know,
then she says, okay, give me the food and I'll take it to him. She takes the food and then throws it on the floor.
oh wow,
She throws the drink down and throws the food on the floor. Fuck that shit. I ain't giving that.
Yeah,
Close the
that's
door.
terrible.
On him.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck her too. That's bugged out. Like, if I'm bringing my kid food, I don't give a fuck about them other kids. Like Jordan said, fuck them kids. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Respectfully, I'm here for my child. Like, that's it. Like, it's my view on it. It's not his job to be caring for other dudes' kids. It's not. Like, you don't pay child support. Like, if you were to pay child support, you don't pay child support for kids that are not yours. You pay for your one child. Why the fuck do I got to feed another person's kid? Don't make no sense. Now, if you invite the kid out with your son or daughter, sure. There you should, you know, be nice and buy the kid food, but nah.
There's some context missing in this video. I don't have a lot of strong opinions because there's some context missing in this video, right? Like, I don't know. I have no idea if that dude is like currently in a relationship with that woman or not.
There's a part 2 that just dropped like a day or 2 ago where she goes into more depth of her explanation of it. And apparently they were in a relationship. He has a very, you know, he lived with those children while he had a child with her. Those children know her, know him as their stepfather and stuff like that. They just broke up. I guess they're broken up, and I guess the kids are taking it hard, and I guess she's taking it hard. And if she was to bring McDonald's just for one kid, the other kids naturally are going to look at him and be like, how come he's the only one getting McDonald's? And I'm not going to lie, even as a child with a brother, I kind of get where like I would have been the same way. Like, how come he got McDonald's and I ain't get nothing? You know what I mean?
Because his father brought it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but how do you explain that to a child, right? Like, how do you explain that to like?
No,
You're gonna say you don't have to. You're gonna like.
No, I mean that's difficult. Yeah, but
the context that I was missing is whether he was or was not in a relationship with him. From the situation that Doey just described, yeah, dude's fucking up. If he wanted to take only his kid food, if he wanted to treat only his kid as good, grab that kid, take him to fuck McDonald's, bring him back afterwards.
But what if she didn't let him though? That's
okay,
another twist.
But now we're just adding extra shit that's unknown into here because none of that context is covered in the video or not. I would assume not because she was gonna let him just walk in with food to give to his kid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still not his job. I mean, yeah, when they were together, it was his job, but they're not together no more. So that's not his responsibility. His responsibility is to his son.
It depends on the time frame, though, right? Like how long? Like if those kids looked at him as like their stepfather, if the relationship lasted that long, that bond was built, it's kind of a shitty move to not bring those kids food.
Yeah, I could sympathize with both sides. Like, I don't think that he should be obligated to, do that. But at the same time, I mean, there's different angles, right? Like from the kid's perspective, the child receiving the food, like that kid might think like, damn, my father hates my brothers. Like that's a weird, I think that's like a weird thought, like for a kid to be having. And then of course there's the context of if he was a stepfather, for how long? Like, what if he raised them kids for like 6 years? Let's just say, like hypothetically, right? And like some of them kids, like that's the dad they know, and now he's like, nah, fuck y'all, I'm bringing food for just one kid. It's like, sure, I still don't disagree that he doesn't necessarily have an obligation, but he's got to know that he's gonna be harming those other kids in some capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this.
Even if he was coming to pick up the one kid, the other kids are still gonna feel like damn, like he don't care about me. He ain't picking me up. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't think he's obligated to do that. I could sympathize with that side. She's also very easy to hate because she's the amount of shit she's talking and all of that. It just feels like fuck all that noise. Like that's my son. I'm gonna take care of my kid type of shit. Like I think it elicits that type of reaction. But I don't know. I would be uncomfortable if one of my parents disliked my brothers. Like I would look at like how could somebody say they love me but they don't like my sibling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of variables that go in. Like, yeah, I would just pick up my kid. But if I was raising those other kids for a year or so and like I claimed them when I was with them, yeah, but to a certain degree, you kind of have to like not be 2 foot in. You know what I mean? It's like you got to slowly step out at some point. I mean,
do you?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it does. I think the amount of time.
Imagine you raise someone for 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's beast.
And then you leave and you're just like, never talk to me again because I'm not your dad. It would be a very strange thing to do.
We don't share blood. Peace.
Right.
Yeah,
it would be a very weird thing to do. Like, I think in that situation, I think after a certain number of years and a certain degree of bond, even if there was a divorce or a split up, I think for a lot of people, they're going to look to that kid as their kid. Like if they just had a breakup with someone that they had a biological child with. But
yeah, in that aspect, yeah, there's certain changes. But for this particular one, her being like that, and I don't think they're probably together long enough. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't deal with that shit. I'll just, like, as much as that would suck, I would just pick up my kid and leave. Come back later, because I'm not going to deal with her fucking coming out here harassing.
I mean,
and shit.
I mean, depending on the situation, like, right, that's obvious. I think that's the ideal way to do it. Let's say that he had no relationship to these other kids. Maybe let's say like he dated her for like a week or something like that, or a month or some arbitrary period of time, right? the move would be to pick up the kid and go and take him for food and then come back. I think that dropping off food to just a single person is weird. Let me put it this way. If you were going over to a buddy's house or something, right? And you were hungry on your way there and you were going to stop by McDonald's or something, you're not going to call up your buddies. You're not going to text your buddies and be like, hey, I'm picking up food while I'm on the way over to chill. Do y'all want anything?
Yeah, you should do that. You should.
Exactly.
You should. 1,000%.
Why should you?
What do you mean?
I think it's like in
It's a
society.
simple question. I just want to know, why should you?
I think in society it's a polite thing to do. I don't think you're necessarily an asshole if you don't do it, but there's some lack of consideration if you just show up with food to someone's house and you're not doing like hey, you want a shake or something? You want a soda? Do you want some fries or some kind of like check-in?
So
That's
if I'm going to
understandable.
Pucho's house and I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna call him like, yo, I'm gonna pick something up. Did you make food or not? I can bring you something, or what's going on? That's what I'm doing. Same thing if I'm in my house and I just ordered I'm about to order food, I'm gonna say, yo, Pooch, I'm about to order something. Do you want to eat it, or you want me to order you something, or what? I can pay, or you gonna give me money, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna ask you. Simple.
You just said the same thing 2 different ways. I just want to know, why should you?
Because it's
You're
just
saying
nice.
that-
out
you're
of
saying you
for your
should
friends,
do
it's
it.
nice. Why not? You don't like your friends enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna order food. Do you want me to get you something? You don't have to specifically like pay for them, but you can ask. Because then what? I show up with food, or you have food and I show up to your house and you're eating right there in front of me. I'm be like, damn, I should have got something to eat before. Like, it's just an awkward feeling.
It'd be pretty funny. You have your friends over, you order a pizza, but you're not sharing that pizza with anyone else. You're like, no, this is for me.
Chill. This is my pizza.
You know what's crazy though that you brought that up? It brought so much bad memory from back in the days when niggas used to order a Parmesan chicken sub with massive amount of fries, and then you ask for a couple and the nigga tells you no. That's crazy.
I
You're
think
not
that
gonna
shit is
finish-
normal.
You're
If
not-
you're here,
you're not finishing
and
the fries.
If you're here and you could have ordered food and you didn't, you declined to order, and then the food gets here and you're asking for a couple fries, fuck out of here. You should have
Who
ordered
declined
a fry.
to order for who? No
Once
one.
again, that hypothetical person could just be a broke boy, and maybe he doesn't have enough money.
You could, that hypothetical person be like, yo, I'll order it and you can pay for it. And that other dude would have been like, bet.
I have something to say about this
I bet
on
you
a
do.
on a grander scope. I think there's an issue, especially with our community, where we want to brag about all this shit we do on Instagram. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. And it's like never the shit that we should be doing is like, it wouldn't cost that guy a lot of money to buy something off the dollar menu for those other kids, right? A McDouble, a chicken, a McChicken or some shit like that.
I made chicken $2.19, bro.
Shit went
I'm
up.
just saying,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm
with you. Buy a couple items off the dollar menu and be like, look, I brought my kid a Happy Meal. These other kids, they could get the fucking a little hamburger, all right?
Exactly.
But I ain't out here,
Yeah.
throwing the bag at these other kids. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he definitely got shit off the dollar menu though.
Some of the best times that I've had.
No, I'm just letting you know. I don't know why you're making a face.
How do you know?
Because of the bag. If it was a Happy Meal, it would be in the box. Kids Happy Meal. He literally had a kid's cup, so that's a separate purchase. Then in the bag, it looked like he bought a McDouble and French fries because of how he folded the bag. I'm just saying, this might be some fat boy shit, me seeing the bag or what is going on in there, but she also threw it on the ground. I'm just saying. He ordered off the dollar menu.
So like some of the best times that I had when I was a child was when I hung out with my friend Roger, and his dad like took us in. Like he knew that we didn't really have our dad around like that. And he made us feel very special doing that. And I'm not gonna lie, like if I didn't have him like as a father figure to view during that time, because I needed it, and I guess he saw that I needed it, and he'd take us out to restaurants if we were eating whatever, everything, and he always told us, he's like 50-50, you guys are always gonna split everything 50-50, and he's like, you guys are brothers, you guys split it 50-50. So anything we got, we always split it 50-50, whatever. If it wasn't enough for everyone, it was always 50-50. So it is what it is. I just I don't know, man. I think Kevin Samuels is a little bit to blame as well for this shit. Like his bullshit rhetoric these past 2 years, and you got all these incels like fuck her. You know what I mean? Like,
where's Kevin Samuels? When you need him, I saw that shit circulating.
Goddamn.
So I feel like it's just, our community kind of looks at things very weirdly. I'm like, man, how can you want to be so braggadocious on everything you're doing, your cars and money, and you're going out here, you're going out there, but how come you can't be like, I'm buying food for all these kids right now? Why can't that be cool?
That's not cool in itself. That's like, it's the same reason why some people don't like to post that they're helping somebody out, because it look like it's a fucking social media stunt. Like you're just like doing it for the gram. Like if I give a homeless man food, I'm not going to record it. I'm just going to give it to him. Like I don't need to record me doing it. Like I got to record every good deed I do. Like that shit, to me, that's how I would
We
look
kind
at
of
it.
had this conversation, and I still don't really understand it. Like the person receiving the stuff is getting the benefit of you giving them the stuff. Like why should anybody care the intent of why you did it? Like good things only matter if they did it because I only wanted to help out of the goodness. I'm like Mother Teresa out here. I'm just doing good shit just for God and good reasons. Like, is that the only time that it counts?
So if I say, I'm only going to give homeless people food and clothes because I just want to get more likes on my social media platform. That's cool to do.
I'd be cool with that because you'd be feeding people and clothing people. I
You'd
wouldn't
be doing
see the
a
bad in
public
that.
service. Yes.
I think it just looks weird.
I think that a good thing can still be a bad thing, right? Like, I think that you're a gross person for posting these videos up and doing this shit for likes, but you're helping in a small way some person. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. You can be a gross person that's doing a decent thing.
I guess it's like
100%.
a fine line, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Maybe depending on the person. Like, supposedly Shaq be buying shit for people all the time in Walmart. Didn't really know that until people started recording and putting it on. Like, Shaq never posted that shit, but apparently it's a thing that Shaq does. That's cool.
I think that a selfless act is more admirable than someone that has a channel that's just based around like giving shit to people. Like, I don't know. Being selfless does add some extra to it, right? But how the fuck do you determine? How do you gauge whether something is truly selfless or not?
How do you feel about Mr. Beast?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Mr.
He's a
Beast?
YouTuber.
That kid's dope.
He gives a lot of money away in his YouTube
He's
videos.
broke, you know that,
A lot
right?
of fucking money.
He's like, he
gives
don't
away.
really have money like that off the YouTube videos because he gives it all away.
Yeah.
Y'all should check him out if y'all haven't. Mr. Beast on YouTube. That man, it'd be competitions like who last one to take his hands off the fucking car wins the car.
He did a Squid Game styled competition as well. He did a bunch of different stuff.
He gave
So
houses
he
away.
makes a bunch
everything.
of money off YouTube and then gives it all away, so he's broke.
I don't know how he's making money because he gives a lot of these competitions have like $100,000 pool prizes and shit like that. So like $50,000 he's giving away cars, he's giving away all sorts of shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Somebody did a YouTube video on him and the money that he's getting, how much he's spending. And they're saying, this kid really, they don't know how he's making the money, but he does sell merch. So I think merch also helps. Yeah. But like, he got a dealership for a day and bought like 20 cars, and whoever walked in, they get the car for $1 of their choosing. Like, what the fuck?
I would be surprised this man is actually broke.
I don't know how
he's
true. I didn't
broke. I don't know how he managed to buy the dealership, but I promise you that he's broke.
No, I'm saying like he makes money off merch. Like he has to have money to spend the money, but yeah, he blew up quick. Like I felt like he came in the scenes and then just fucking skyrocketed. But no, yeah, I don't know. Helping out and then recording, it's kind of weird, but I guess you're still helping out that less fortunate person.
I do think it's weird. I would view that person as I would view it somewhat. There would be some negative feeling there, of like, oh, they're doing this for like their own personal gain or whatever. But those types of feelings, I always try to think about, like, why do I feel that way? Like, why is that negative? Like, even our most selfless acts, we do it because it makes ourselves feel good. It's selfish. It's hard for me to really think about like what we do that's actually selfless. Like, it makes no sense at all. Like, imagine some bum off the street was just like, I need $900. You would never give them that $900.
Son, man,
Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Right? But maybe if you had a lot of money and the money didn't matter to you, you'd be like, oh, here. And then you'd walk away feeling like,
I helped that
I
man
did a
out.
good thing. I did a good thing. Like, you know, there's some good that you're feeling.
Do you guys
it's
think
like-
she would have recorded him if he had brought food for everyone? Like praising him?
I don't think that video would have been posted. No.
She probably
no,
would have
just
started
saying.
it, saw that the bag was big, and deleted the video.
I don't think that video would have gotten any traction. I don't think it would have been posted. But I would assume that this is a repeat problem, and that's why the camera came out, right? Like, this is not the first time that this particular argument has happened between these two individuals.
One thing I did find weird about the video is why the fuck's he's bringing his kid McDonald's? Like, I'm interested in what the situation they're in really is. Like, because if I was in a predicament where I had a kid, I would tell my whoever the hell's raising my, you know, the person, my baby mama, whatever. I'll tell them, look, when the kid's with you, that's your responsibility to figure out the feeding and blah blah blah. And then when the kid's with me, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Why the fuck would he be pulling up when she got the kid to bring the kid stuff? I find that a little odd. I don't know.
That's the thing that makes me think that their relationship might not be as completely cut off as we're assuming, or as the video makes it seem. Like, it's weird. It's a weird move.
I know my dad, back in the days when I was younger, and you know, my parents going through BS, but my dad used to bring us like snacks and shit, whether we ate or not. Like, he'll bring us. I remember that shit too. It's like, it'll be like the fucking the Hershey bars, the fucking white chocolate whatever ones. He'll give it to us all the time, bro. That shit was awesome. Oh, as a kid, I was like, cool. My dad. Every time I see my dad, I know he's bringing me something, whatever the fuck it is. Like, you know what I mean? So it always brought like a little happiness to me. So maybe that's what he does. He goes visit his kids, and his kid get happy that his dad comes and he brings like McDonald's or something for him. You know, in other aspects, yeah, the kid could be like, oh, but maybe what about my brothers or sisters or whatever? Sure, but most of the time, you know, that's just the father just trying to make his kid happy in some form or way. Because when he looked like when he gets out of the car, like he actually sits there for a little bit and talks and plays with his kids, I guess, because the way how he expected to walk inside the house. So it's just, I don't know. I know me as a father, I'll bring my kid food anytime. Like, hey, you want food? Here, whether or not he ate or not, I'll bring him something. It doesn't matter.
I don't think anyone's like arguing that him bringing his kid food is what makes him a bad father.
Yeah.
It's the extra that goes along with it.
No, yeah, I never even said he was a bad father. I was just saying, like, you know, that's why he probably brought the McDonald's. Just to be, hey, your son, look, I'm coming at you. Here, have a little sandwichito. No?
Yeah, I don't get why people love to shit on kids so much. Like how Tony said, fuck them kids. And for me, I don't get it. But it just seems like when it comes to kids, some people really just don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, that's not my kid. And I get it, but niggas are a little too quick to say that shit sometimes. And I'm like, I just personally, I don't know. Anytime I'm around, you know, kids, I'm not treating them like shit. You know what I mean?
It's not treating them like shit by saying fuck them kids. It's not treating them like shit. You're not telling the kids that. Say it to yourself. Like, it's
there's a connotation there.
Actions speak, though, right?
Exactly. I'm just saying, like, if I know the kid, I'm not gonna fucking treat the kid like shit. If I don't know the kid and the kid's acting crazy, not my motherfucking business. Fuck that kid. Let that kid do whatever the fuck he wants. That's not my kid. I'm not gonna stop that kid from doing something. Like, if the kid's destroying the house, I'm not gonna do nothing to touch that kid. That's not my fucking kid. Not my business. If it was Pucho's daughter, I might say, hey, don't do that. Come over here, you know, or I would guide her correctly. Because
How do you talk to my kid like that?
well, I'm just talking in the kid's voice. I'm not gonna talk to her like that. But I'm just saying, like, I would say, you know what I mean? I would do something in a way that prevent, because I know the kid. Like, I'm not gonna want anything bad, but it's just
it's a flawed comparison though, right? Because like this is a guy that knowingly got into a relationship with a woman that had multiple kids, right?
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we just celebrate like the bare minimum of fatherhood a lot, and it skews a lot of these conversations. I mean, because it's it's weird. It's weird to me when people just pull out the camera like that just to put someone else on blast.
Yeah.
I think that shit is weird. But I also accept that it's a more normalized thing to do. To me it's weird, but to the internet it's not necessarily that weird a thing to blast someone like that. But like it immediately put the internet in this like mode where it's like, oh, you got to protect the father. Look at this. Look at how good a father he is. Look at all that he's doing. And literally all he did was spend fucking $5 at McDonald's. And now we're like, this is the father of the year. We celebrate the bare minimum. It's fatherhood, man. It's crazy shit to me.
I agree.
Well, that's probably because most of the time the father gets fucked in a lot of situations.
I think that's a lie. I think this is
What
more
do
of
you
us
mean?
just celebrating the bare minimum of fatherhood.
Like,
I think the truth is that there's just a lot of shitty fathers out there, because how easy is it to become a father? You just have to come inside someone. Mm-hmm. You don't have to carry that baby. You don't have to. It's way easier to be a father than it is to be a mother, and we celebrate the bare minimum of that, and it's kind of fucked up.
It's a little different. I mean, obviously you're not bearing the kid, but like if you're there for the woman that you just nutted in, I guess, in your text or content, like, yeah, I'll be there to help the woman throughout the 9 months, and I mean, yeah, I'm not carrying that. I would never know that pain or that the emotions that come with it. But if you're there for them and stuff, like that's your support. You're there to support them in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I'm not holding the kid inside, but you're also not gonna say like, oh, like if I wasn't there, cool, I'm a piece of shit. But if I'm there, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like don't celebrate them. Like, I'm not asking for celebrations. I'm just saying like I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I think you're putting yourself into the I get it. You're a good dad. I don't think anybody's trying to say like you would do something like that.
Oh,
But
yeah,
just in general in our community, we celebrate men doing the bare minimum for their children.
Not just in our community.
in general.
Like in America, it's what it seems like. And to Mateo's point, a lot of people are just bad dads. Mm-hmm. Like
there's probably more bad dads.
The
than
vast
moms
majority of people that are on like child support and all that type of shit, they just didn't really want a lot. That like people that don't got custody, all that shit, they just didn't want to be there. Like oftentimes, like I've been reading about this because there's a big view that in family court women get mad benefits and men just get screwed over left and right. And in some of the reading I've been doing, I've been seeing that it's like that there probably is some skew towards women, but for the vast majority of cases, men just don't want to be around. Men don't want custody. That's why they're not getting custody. Like men who fight for custody often get split custody and often don't have to pay child support. Like they just don't. A lot of dads just don't want to raise their kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's wild too, right? Because like being a dad, like I always want to be with my kids, so it's just hard for me to like that. To me, just shows me like they didn't really have a relationship. Those two, they just literally one night stand type shit, or just like a couple months and
no.
Well,
that's not the case either.
That just some of it. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying some of it. Like,
well, on the flip side of this is anecdotal, obviously, but this is just from my personal experience and what I've observed. I have actually seen more guys that are liable to use their kids as some kind of like a relationship weapon than women that are willing to do it. Like guys that they'll almost like force their partner to remain in a relationship with them because otherwise they're not going to see their fucking kid. They're going to yeet right out of his fucking life. Wow. So they use that as, well, you have to stay with me because we have a kid together and I'm not going to see him otherwise, or some implication along those lines. I've seen more men that are that do that in my life than I have women doing, the flip side. It's always that stereotype of like, girl's going to get pregnant just to trap you in the relationship. I haven't seen that a lot, personally.
Birth rates are way down, bro. Nobody's trying to have kids, dude.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whole trapping too much, but I've definitely seen my fair share of women threatening men in terms of like, do this, do that, and I'm not going to let you see your kid. Like, I've certainly seen that.
Yeah.
Again, but that's like post-relationship.
Yeah.
Like, they're not together no more.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't doubt that mom told that dad, look, if you don't bring food for these kids, I ain't going to let you see your kid no more. Damn. And that might be, it's definitely fucked up. But he might turn around and be like, fuck it then. Just never show back up. Like, dudes do that shit. Like,
yep.
Like, they ain't, I'm not saying like, I don't know. It seems like men quit too easy in terms of these things. Like I'm not saying that like women are making it easy out here, like either, right? But it seems like all it takes is one or two little hurdles, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm not coming around no more. Like, that's your business now.
Yep.
I don't know. It seems weird.
I've seen it happen, and I think pretty much it's happened to me as a child. So I think I get it. Like, I get what you're saying.
Could it not be, in general, right? If the mother is not willing to meet halfway, what the fuck else can we do? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
take the ass to court. Try to
take
figure
it
out.
to
Be
court.
like, look, I want custody of my kid. This woman ain't letting me see my kid.
Court
But a lot of dudes ain't doing that. They just don't want their kids.
That's sad. I don't know. That shit is fucking ridiculous.
Me personally, I would have a hard time being a dick to a kid, even if that dickitude is just not bringing them food or something. Like,
yeah, if I'm going out and I have somebody with their kids with me, we're all eating. We're all gonna eat. We're going out to dinner. We're all gonna fucking eat, and I'm gonna pay for that shit. And it just is what it is. Like I said, if I'm poor and I don't have enough money for that shit, then I'm letting them know I don't have enough money for this shit. We're gonna have to go get some potato chips at the store or something like that. We're gonna have to make a compromise, all right? Popcorn night, all right?
Bringing over my pack of ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't got the money, yeah, I mean, by any chance try to make it even with the kids and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's just hard. I know
it is interesting. Like, where does that end though? Like, say you're trying to pay for your kid's college.
Oh, nah.
It's like, what? Now you got 4 colleges to pay for?
Nah, there's a cutoff.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you're in a relationship with a partner that has multiple kids, me personally, I would have a hard time imagining a world where I don't feel like you are obligated to treat those kids as your own. If you're in a long-term relationship with someone that has multiple kids, I don't fucking care. Like, where the father is, I'm going to do the best of my ability to also be that male figure, that father figure in some form or fashion, whatever is acceptable to the people that had those fucking kids, right?
Yeah,
don't want to overstep bounds either.
But it's like, imagine you could only afford to send one kid to college. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how fucked up would it be? It's like, all right, my kid can't go. None of these kids are going. Like,
Bucho, the average American can't afford to send even a single kid to college. Sure. So,
student athlete, man. That's got to be the best in your shit.
That's how poor people get into college, is through athletics.
Sad, but what the fuck we're gonna do? Not go to school, not try to be the best in basketball, or football, or soccer, or volleyball, or bowling, or whatever the fuck.
I think we should urge our government to fix the education system.
Facts.
Yeah, I think it should be free.
Oh, absolutely. Some people, I would say free up to a certain level. Some people say that a lot of the people that have like doctrines and stuff like that, they say that it makes if we do that, it waters down their degree. Somehow.
Fuck that. That's a lie.
Yeah.
You know why that's a lie? Because most people don't want to go to school for fucking 8 years or 10 years to get their doctorates. The once you get to that level, the barrier to people getting their doctorates is not the cost. The barrier is it takes so much fucking time out of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like at some level, if you open the floodgates for everybody, you are bringing some people down. Like you because everybody who's like, let's say they got a couple certifications at the local community college, and now if everybody could get that shit for free now, it's gonna increase the competition. The pay is gonna go down. I mean, I guess, and it could also go up. But I mean, like if you got too many people trying to get the same job, typically pay goes down. And this isn't my argument for saying we shouldn't allow that stuff. I'm saying that there is some merit to that. I don't think the argument is like, oh, fuck you, fuck out here. Like, it's like, yeah, but you know, like there's a lot of people here who are at a 10. We got to bring some of you guys down to a 9 or 8 so that everybody else ain't drowning. Like everybody else could come up to some livable standard. Like, I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I think in a that wouldn't work. Either way, that wouldn't work. Like if I was looking for try to hire somebody and everyone's got their docs and someone has experience in all that and the level of your degrees all have a play in that. So if everybody's getting a bachelor's, right, and then you have a bachelor and then you get your fucking next degree and then you have years of experience with years of, you know, resumes going around, I'm gonna pick that candidate over the ones that are just fucking just finally got, you know what I mean? Like it's just,
I would say that you may run into problems picking like super high IQ people and shit like that. It's sometimes high IQ isn't the best thing to pick. Like people's academics, I've seen high IQ people that cannot communicate with other people, and they're like super smart, but they're just so
dumb.
It makes them weird. It makes them like I don't know how to like.
The place where this is manifested the most is engineering schools. Like, dude, I went to school for computer science. The fucking people that are there are so fucking weird. It is the weirdest cast of characters that I've ever encountered in my entire fucking life. Yeah. And I grew up in the ghetto with crackheads and prostitutes and all types of crazy shit. And the weirdest group of people I've ever seen are the fucking kids that don't take showers, don't use deodorant. They say the weirdest shit. They don't know how to fucking talk. It's so fucking bizarre. And I think, I don't know, maybe it just has to do with like being into computers or something like that. Or it could just be that like a lot of people that are smart tend to be loners and they tend to have communication issues. I don't know. But there is some degree of like, I know kids that got straight A's in school and they're not going to be able to function that well in a career because they just can't vocalize shit very well.
Yeah. Little view into the world of those techies, huh? That's crazy.
No, so sometimes it benefits to choose somebody with a little bit lower IQ, but they can do teamwork together. You know what I mean? And they're able to talk to each other without being awkward.
I don't know if IQ is necessarily the indicator because, like, who the fuck knows their IQ, right? Like, unless you're like going out of your way to test, like, who the fuck knows what your IQ is?
I would say that doctors, like doctorates, those people have higher IQs, right? People that have been studying.
I don't know. I have no idea. Because some part of that is just people that are actually willing to stay in school that long and not necessarily tied into intelligence. It's just they've built the skill set to be able to be better at research and thinking about things critically. Does that mean that they're necessarily have a higher IQ? I could not tell you. I would assume there's some kind of correlation, but I don't think that it's as cut and clear as we might.
No,
assume.
I mean, like I said, I grew up in the ghetto. All throughout every year of my school, I never felt like the smartest kid in the room. And I graduated from college. I got a good job. I get paid well. I know people that were smarter than me in school that are in dire fucking circumstances right now. So like, and again, they're smarter than me in school. I don't know if that meant that they had a higher IQ, like whatever. But the idea of like that smart person is like, they're probably going to be better off in some respects, but it's not always an indicator of how successful someone's going to be.
Yep.
If you haven't already, all the 1UP gangers, gangy 1UP sluts, the one up sluts. All my slutter boxes out there,
That's the vibe.
hit that sub,
The one up
hit that
sluts.
like, hit that like button. Be our sluts and receive this kiss.
I don't approve any of this. This is
So Doey wants to be head of HR.
I felt like ugh, just listening to this shit. Imagine the one up gang. Crazy.
So I found a single, one single source that has a graph of IQ ranges per career, and the lowest IQ people in society are janitors and sextons. I don't know what a sexton is. It's a funny
Damn.
word.
What the fuck is a sexton?
I've never heard of this in my life. And sextons.
What is a sexton?
I really don't fucking
Prostitutes?
Prostitutes, maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't.
know. I wouldn't speculate. I really don't know. And on the high end, it's medical occupations. Like MDs or higher tend to have the highest IQs in society. So, yeah. One single source. I don't know how truth. I just Googled it, clicked the first link.
A person who looks after a church and churchyard, sometimes acting as bell ringer and formerly as a grave digger.
Oh wow,
Weird.
What?
A sexton.
that's a weird name. Yeah, that's weird.
What's even weirder is I don't know how we got to here in the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, ladies
Tony
and
was
gentlemen,
transitioning us to the next topic.
exactly what I was doing. For our next topic, hey, you
La
know the
música
boy.
de Harry Fraud. La música, la música de Harry Fraud.
So Tony says there's nothing wrong with it.
La música
Obnoxious.
de Harry Fraud.
Hey.
Do you find this weird though?
He's not Spanish. I thought
I'm
he was
pretty sure
Spanish.
he's a white man. I saw a picture of him. He's
Who
a white
Harry?
man.
Who Harry?
I think he's from the Bronx. That's kind of cool.
Yes, he's a New
But
Yorker,
still.
but he made. I listen. All right, cool.
Hold
He's
on,
not
real quick,
Spanish.
real quick though.
We- let's-
we talk
let's-
about
let's-
French fucking Montana's album, ladies and gentlemen. Montega album dropped the 24th of June. Shit's fire. A lot of high in the building. If you're a French Montana fan, got to give this a fucking play. Shit's got some. It's got
Definitely.
some bangers. Got some bangers. I'm gonna jump into it, but go ahead. Go to explain to Pucho about this Harry situation.
So
I don't think
Harry,
he's explaining anything to me.
Oh, he was.
Harry Fraud
There's
has
zero indication that. I'm just saying, in the past, Doey has been a defender of cultural appropriation
Ooh.
and things of that nature. And I just found it interesting that both French Montana and Harry Fraud are not Hispanic, as far as I could tell. They grew up in the hood, probably with a lot of Hispanic people, but they both like to use a lot of Spanish in their songs. And I say they. French Montana likes to use a lot of Spanish in the songs. And then Harry Fraud's signature says, La música de Harry Fraud. And I'm like, all right. It doesn't bother me, but I found it funny. Like, I was like, oh, that's really an odd choice. And I just wondered what you guys thought about it, which is why I asked you
didn't think-
guys.
Yeah, I didn't think it. I personally, I have no issue with it. I think that's just a stamp. You know what I mean? He's named on like the CD or the album. This is the way that he's gonna stamp every song. He has his little stamp and he adds it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think
it's fucking stupid. Imagine
Damn.
if on our One Up podcast videos, halfway through every fucking video, Pucho had a little like an animation that played. It was like editing by Pucho and a big fucking stamp. It'd be so fucking
that's
annoying.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
I think it'd
or
be
like
weird.
small watermark or something. Like it, I don't think it's
You would.
I
you
don't
would
think
be,
La Música de Harry Fraud is a small watermark. That shit's at the
editing
head.
the
It's at
Pucho
the head of every song on the
every
album.
single producer has one of these
A
tags.
tag, yeah. Every
Literally
single one.
every single producer
and I'm
in
saying
hip
that
hop.
I'm saying that it's stupid.
Yeah,
Whether you're Harry Fraud, like whoever you are, I think it's stupid.
Every
to have, like,
producer has something like this.
Have a tag.
absolutely.
What does Kanye
It's
do?
like a signature.
Kenny Beats. Whoa,
What does
Kenny.
Kanye do?
I'm not saying Kanye has one, but almost every hip hop trap producer, 808 Mafia. Everybody in 808 Mafia has it's
Kanye's
like
also
all the,
just not a producer alone.
even going back, maybe not Kanye, but what's this guy's name that did his album?
Pharrell?
Kanye and Jay-Z came out with that Throne album. They had a guy there that used his thing in that album, and it wasn't Kanye making the beat. So it's been in hip hop for a very long time, over 10 years.
Sure. Way longer than that.
Yeah,
forever. I was just curious. I don't even have a strong opinion on Mateo saying it's dumb. That's fine. You said every producer has this. I'm curious. I don't think every producer has this. But
every producer has a style. You could tell that this is this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like, who's the one guy with the hey? I forget.
Magic. What is this? DJ Mustard.
Mustard, right? That's his signature, right? He puts that in there.
Beat.
But it's like, unless you know that that's his signature, you're just like, oh, it's more haze, like whatever, like.
Yeah, I think it's a quick way to identify who's making the track. And I think it's easier than just looking on.
Yeah, but some of them are more subtle than others, right? Like there's a difference between like having a whoa, Kenny and La Musica, the Harry Fraud, every fucking song in the first 10 seconds of the song. He throws that shit, man. You know, here's one of my things. I did not like this album very much, but I really enjoyed a lot of the samples they chose. And he throws that shit in the middle of these fucking samples and just kind of ruins them.
So just to be clear, he's Irish.
Irish, wow.
Yeah.
He's from the Bronx. Where's he from?
American Irish, from the Bronx, New York, New York.
I figured.
And why the fuck do they do New York? It's a side topic. I'll say that later. Why do you guys do
New York City is a city.
But it's New York, New York. It couldn't.
Yeah, it's New York City, the city of New York. So the 5 boroughs is New York City. So if you're from there, you're from New York and the state of New York. That's why.
Weird. I always found that weird. That might be a dumbass question to ask, but I just.
It's weird too because New York City is all. It's like the 5 boroughs and something else.
It's 5 boroughs in Staten Island.
That's what I'm saying. But why not just say
Bronx?
Bronx?
That's 5 boroughs.
Yeah, no, it's 5 boroughs and some other pieces part of New York City. But New Yorkers, you might refer to New York City as the whole thing. If you're in New York, you call the city only Manhattan. it's just a weird. It's a weird thing. I don't
Some
know.
NY shit. No, yeah, I always wanted to ask that question because I didn't understand it really, to be honest. But yeah, he's Irish, American Irish.
You've been to New York many times, Tony.
I know, but I never lived there, so like I would just say I'm from Bronx, New York, or Queens, New York. I wouldn't say New York, New York. Like I don't know.
New York is for when you live in Manhattan, though. Like my address is New York, New York, because I live in Manhattan.
Oh, so Bronx and all that don't have that?
Bronx, New York, Queens, New York. All of those
I grew up
places.
in Queens. Our address would be Queens as like the city.
Oh, not
but
New York,
it's
New York.
not a city. Again, The
we're
whole
getting off
fucking
topic
place is
here.
New York City. Yeah, I don't know.
Getting off topic. Major derailment here. But yeah, man, Montega got them hand for you boys, man. Not too many, just enough to make the song pop.
I think a big thing about Bronx being in the Bronx is that there is a big mix of cultures there that are like very invested in each other. There's, you know what I mean? I think that's a big thing about why he calls himself Montega and uses, even Jada Kiss uses Spanish words and stuff like that. And he's from Yonkers. I think these culturally we mix a lot of each other's stuff, and I think that's more or less what's going on here.
Yeah, it's not no fucking like he's stealing shit. Like it's just he's influenced by the music, by the culture it's around him, so he puts it into his shit.
I think
it's catchy.
Anyways. Yeah.
I think I think some might say, okay,
Oh boy.
like we mentioned in a previous topic, like maybe he's just cloud chasing. Maybe he's like, yo, if I put some of this Spanish shit in my songs, all these Puerto Ricans and Dominicans that live around me, they're gonna fuck with my music. I don't know.
Okay, that works.
I don't really care. Action Bronson calls himself Dominican, and I respect it.
No,
He's a
he
white
doesn't.
man.
He does?
He probably loves Dominican food more than a lot of actual Dominicans.
He does love Dominican food quite a bit.
I actually find Action Bronson to be very interesting. He had cooking shows. He had a lot of different shows. He had Ancient Alien they would watch Ancient Aliens.
All right,
It's so weird.
derailment.
Yeah.
Montega.
Let's get to this album review.
Blue Chills.
All right.
First.
This album, it's called Mountainous. Okay, that's the name of the album in Spanish. All right, Montega. All right, it's probably a play on his name. Does he actually call himself Montega?
Yes.
Publicly,
I feel like
I've
it
never
makes
heard him
sense.
say it.
he has been very far from this style of music for a while. This is like a return to form, like New York boom bap samples. A lot of his previous albums were very poppy, trappy, stuff like that. So him getting with Harry Fraud, for me, kind of brings him back to the Bronx. And that's like what I like the most about this.
From all those like the Coke Boy eras when he first started, like when he was dropping mac and cheese and all that shit.
Yes,
This
all
is where
that
this
sounds.
comes from.
This is like it's
That's
like a
why I
return
liked
to
it.
form.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Me as well.
So first track on there, Blue Chills. Obviously, typical intro shit. I liked it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like the talking shit, but it's a story, I guess, in some ways.
You talking about the sample?
Yeah. Well, you know how he was. I forgot where it's from though. I don't know where it's from.
Yeah.
I don't
Basically,
have
what
no
Harry
idea.
Fraud does in this album a lot is he'll give you the sample that he's using for the song that's about to play. He'll let the sample play out, and then the song will actually play, and then that's how the sample is incorporated.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my pet peeves about this is that every song sounded like it was like following like a formula, and it was like almost every sample used had some type of vocal in it. So it's like you could tell like he liked the samples where someone was singing, and it's like usually in hip hop when you use that sample with vocals, it's like, oh, this sounds maybe like it's gonna be like a special beat. When you use it for every fucking song, it just feels like overplayed. And and then letting the sample play out, which is cool. You may be giving the original person who made this music some love. It is also a bit like, all right, I'm not trying to sit through 30 seconds of another person's song to get to the actual song. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So y'all like the first track?
I like the first song.
I
wasn't really impressed with his bars, but I did like it. I wasn't really impressed with his bars in the whole fucking album, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's something I'm not gonna say it very much anymore, but I'm just put it out there. It sounds like somebody's writing for him, but they're only giving him their worst shit. Like they're writing shit that they're not gonna put on their album, and then they're just like gifting it to French. Like, yo, French, put this shit on your album, bro. Like,
It also felt like he was trying to be very deep and not succeeding at it very well. I felt that on that track. I'm like, that's like shallow deep. That's like, yeah, it's deep, but it's not very deep. And it seemed like he was really trying to give us bars. But one of these songs says an NFT casket. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? NFT casket.
His wordplay is idiotic. His wordplay is non-existent. Like he is just.
I find it amusing.
I think it's like the Family Guy of like being clever. Like he's not even like doing any plays on words. He's just referencing things. It's just like very Family Guy. It's
a lot of fucking references.
Yeah, that's most like. This is gonna be a song we're gonna get to, but is one of them's my favorite lines under the whole album. It's just funny to me. But no, yeah, I don't mind intro. Blue Chills is all right. It's a good way to start it off, I guess. You can kind of tell what you're gonna get for the rest of the album just off this first song. I mean, and yeah, no one knows Montana as a lyrical person like that. So
yeah, I never. If you want, in my opinion, the better version of French died when Chinks died. Chinks was so much better. He put songs together better. Him and French on songs are really good. I never saw French as a like top level rapper, and never. But I do. I think he can be entertaining if you give him the right beat, if you give him the right setup. I think his music can be like entertaining.
I don't know about all that. That was a lot of claims there. I think the man's a solid artist. There's other artists out there that don't say shit on a track.
He never said he wasn't a solid artist. He said he's not a lyrical rapper. That's what he was saying.
Not at all. I think if you want lyrics, if you want depth, you
Don't
would
listen.
like if you look at Chinks' albums, much deeper, much more lyrical. French is too he's on the block kind of music. I don't know how to describe it, but
To me, it's like background music. It's like the music that's playing in the summertime, and you're out and about, and it's whatever. It's back there. You know, maybe some of it is catchy, some of it's memorable, but is it good in terms of like substance? It's like, nah. And
That's about where I was at. I had that thought. I was like, if you were filming a movie and you just needed like some background hip hop to be playing over this scene with the boys like hanging out in someone's crib, it'd be this. It's just it all sounds the same. Every track sounds the fucking same. It's very samey, and it's just it's like very ambient.
some would say the complete opposite of Kendrick's recent album.
oh yeah.
I don't know. Y'all, maybe I'm not listening to y'all clearly, but some of y'all sound like some haters. Just a little bit.
No. You gotta
I will
understand.
vocalize that I dislike this album. I will
that's fine.
never
I
go back
understand
to
that.
listen to any of the songs on this album. That's my plan moving forward with life.
Yeah.
What y'all talking?
That's fair.
I was doing track by track notes, and all my notes were the same because every song sounds the same. So I just stopped. Like every song was like, "This is a cool sample. I hate this Harry Fraud shit."
Yeah, nah, fucking.
Yeah, so track 2, guys. What do y'all
Well,
feel
before
about
we move on, I give Blue Chills 3 hands. All right?
3 hands?
Three hands.
Oh wait.
All right?
Is that the hand counter?
I have a hand counter because I fucking hate the hand. I really can't stand it. In fact, every time I hear it, it destroys the rest of the song for me. As soon as the first hand occurs, I'm like, fuck the rest of this song. I just can't fucking stand it. But the thing that kept me going, the thing that gave me the strength to persevere, was to count how many times he destroyed me.
Oh my god!
So track by track, I have how many hands get dropped, and I have an overall hand for the whole album.
That's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
So first track, how many hands?
it was like 2, 3.
3 hands. Wow. Huh? Wow.
Not much. Not
Not much.
I mean, Tony says not much at all in the whole album. He didn't hear any hands until I said there were many hands. But
There's way too
Maybe
many
I
hands
just
in
maybe
this.
maybe I already block it out of my mind. I don't know.
it's better than "Oh Me Oh My." He has like every other word on that song.
Oh me, oh my mind. That's Chinks and
Yeah,
French.
sure, but the amount of hands. All right.
All right, track 2, Rushmore Pack. Definitely, I fucked with it. There is plenty of hands. Just in the intro alone, and that is a ha. It's like 4 sentences and then a ha. So, Pucho's definitely gonna count that.
Got 4 hands for the track. All right. Sample is fire on this
Yes.
track.
Oh yeah.
I thought the sample was fire. Something about this song is reminiscent of, off of, I want to say Blueprint 1. Jigga had a track, "You Don't Know What You're Doing," where he's talking about selling drugs. And he's so good, he'll sell water to a well, and he'll sell fire in hell. Like, he's saying how he's a hustler. Something about the song, I don't know if it was a part of a beat. I got to go back and re-listen to it. Something about it was very reminiscent of that. I think it was the beat that made me write that. And then I also found it interesting that he name drops Jigga on the song too. I had the thought,
Paying
and then
homage?
he name drops Jigga, and I was like, I wonder if it's a coincidence.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I like Rushmore Pack. I think it has great beat. I think he does better rapping on this song than he does on other tracks. I think some of the rapping on this one is a little more solid.
Yeah.
Do me a favor though. Explain the pack business, because I understand the idea of him calling something a Rushmore pack, because he's Montana, he's mountainous. Mount Rushmore is a mountain. I think that's the reference here. But
Yes.
what's the pack business?
Pack business is like you kill your enemy. You put them in a pack, and now you're smoking on them.
So he's
That's
saying
like-
y'all gonna be smoking on my pack?
On his Rushmore pack, yeah. He apparently
Like,
killed.
he's gonna get killed and someone's gonna smoke him?
I'm not too sure. Maybe he killed Mount Rushmore when he became Montega. Now his face is up there or something like that.
He's
So now
no longer Montana. He's Montega.
Montega.
And I'm smoking on my old pack.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really what it means. I don't know if that's what it really fucking means.
I don't think, I'm going to be honest, I don't think these titles are that deep either. To be like looking into, I don't think they're that deep. I think he just needed something and he's like, hey, I say this really cool bar and I'm just going to name it after that bar.
Nah, it's definitely, there's got to be something behind it. I mean,
it's related to the mountain. His name is Montana, mountain. Yeah. Like that's absolutely what it's about.
I don't know. I didn't understand the pack part.
Really?
Either.
You don't know? You think it's something else?
No, I don't. I'm saying I don't understand the pack part either. Like I think a pack.
Well,
to me, I thought it was drugs, like a pack, like some fire ass drugs that are like. Because on that shit, he says smoking on your Rushmore pack. So like I'm saying, like I think that is like a something that he got the fire pack. Like I don't know, like it's the highest Rushmore because it's the highest. You can get the highest off his pack.
That's what I was. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Way deeper than I thought.
Because he's a hood. He's a street rapper. So a street rapper's just talking drug talks at this point. So I'm looking at it from he's a hood nigga rapping, like he's rapping. So he's not really giving you lyrical shit, but he's speaking like hood shit. I guess I don't know. That's how I'm taking it.
All right, wrap this shit up.
Damn, the hate from my dog French Montana, dog. That's crazy.
How do you feel about it, Mateo?
Rushmore pack?
Yeah.
I like the sample. The rapping was weak.
All right. Okay.
All right. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I don't have very detailed notes on this because, like I said, every song sounded the fucking same to me. I seriously could have skipped. I could have like just listened to like 30 seconds of each song, just back to back to back to back, and it would have sounded like one continuous song.
Yeah.
Wow.
One long song.
No, Harry Fraud definitely has a formula with the way his structure of his beats and producing. Every song has the same structure, and I think that's a little bit of a fault of his own. I don't think that's good.
A little bit. I think it's horrible. I think that he's good and he could produce good songs. I wouldn't want a whole album produced by him. I think this is when you got to pepper some producers in to kind of switch up the sounds. Because there are like I love Premier. He's my favorite producer, but a whole Premier album is gonna sound like a Premier song every time. It's like you kind of want them Premier tracks peppered in, so it's like like a treat. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
Some people might shoot me for saying that, but it is what it is. I don't want a whole album sounding like the whole fucking album. Like I'm all right.
All right, next song, Drive By, featuring.
I give it 4 hands. All right.
Oh, that's right. How many has? What head counts are we on?
We're at 7 right now. We're at 7 total.
Damn.
4 plus the 3, right? That's 7
plus
total.
another 4. Don't worry, I got
right
the
now?
whole thing. I'm not doing a running hack counter.
I don't know. That's what you want to do. I'm just
I could count it up if y'all want.
Drive By, featuring Babyface Ray.
This is the first song on the album that I actually disliked. Rushmore Pack was close, but I disliked this song.
Is it because of the
and
what?
I find the song to be a little irresponsible. There was a particular line in the track that said, "I'm gonna shoot it up like a drive-by." And he's talking about ejaculating into a woman's vagina. And you can't be doing irresponsible shit like that no more. Abortion is illegal now, y'all, in a lot of states, all right? You shooting it up like a drive-by, you're forcing people to have kids. You got to be careful with this shit. Very irresponsible. Facts. Give the song 4 hows.
I can't stand this nigga, bro. But no, yeah, I mean, the man say he could be shooting it up with a condom on. You know what I'm saying? He could be doing it like that. You don't know. You never know.
No.
And,
it's like playing laser tag. He ain't playing he's shooting it up.
I think he's running by with the paintball guns like y'all did.
Allegedly. But no, yeah, I think on that verse, what you were saying was like, I think he said something about her ass, or going hard about her ass soft.
I was laughing in the bathroom because I was like, the only person who really wants that is Nick Cannon and his 30 children, bro.
Oh shit, he got a lot of kids.
He's 2. Now he has 2 women pregnant this year. So 2 more are coming.
Yeah,
He's got to be, how many kids overall? More than 10?
Has to be upwards of 10. One of his kids just died recently, a baby.
yeah.
God.
He actually went on his show the next day and talked about it. And I'm like, ooh, this, I don't know if this feels like he's trying to wrench this for like views and shit like that. He was crying up a storm. But let's get back to this drive-by shooting up the club.
I like it. I like the sound. The wavy sound to it. Chorus is straight with me.
I hated this fucking song.
I'm not expecting. It's not one of my best, like the best ones, but I'm not expecting. Once again, I'm not going in here thinking of Montana as a lyricalist person, like a lyrical as fuck. I'm taking it for what he is, face value. Like, you know, the man could put tracks out that are bangers, hood tracks, club tracks, whatever tracks. He could do that. Yeah. So far, I think it's not the best track on the album, but it's not the worst.
Song sucks.
Next track. Keep It Real. This I liked it. You're muted though.
No, I'm not muted.
Okay. You just shook your head. I thought you were saying something. I like this track. This is
I like this song a lot.
Yeah, this is Keeping It Real, I guess, is like
French
his best.
in his purest form. Like, this is like a good French song, in my opinion.
This is French. This is real French.
This is definitely in his truest form, because this is the song with the most infractions. He had a grand total of 14 has on
14?
Whoa.
Nah, I have to look up the lyrics on
Yo.
this. There's no
Count 'em
way.
up. I don't fuck around. 14 has.
Yeah.
All right. I thought the chorus very fucking strong. I really liked the chorus. Beat was cool, all that. But yeah, I'm not liking these features.
Oh,
Up to this point,
you're
shut
bugging.
up. I'm writing track for track. Oh shit.
Go ahead.
Babyface Ray and whoever the fuck is on this
ESTG?
track, I don't like it. So he's 2 for 2 in trash features so far. All right. And apparently, I had to write this one down. He's sliding through our hood with his hand. I don't know what that means. I don't know how I should feel. I don't know. Start out with
He's
shit.
pulling up with the hat. He let niggas know he's here, like he's out here.
So you think it's a party thing?
Yeah, when you hear "hey," you know it's lit. It's French. French is out here on the block.
No, he uses this word in too many different ways for it to mean that.
Man has multiple meanings. Montega.
I went and looked up the origin of "ha," in case you guys wanted to hear it. Apparently, the origin is like when you're in the club and the music's too loud and people are trying to have conversation with you and you're just like, huh? That's the origin of the "ha."
That's amazing.
Cause this shit's booming, nigga. Huh? Nigga, shit booming. You booming all the speakers, yo. Put some respect on Montana's name, Montega.
Yeah, no, I like the I actually wanted to pick one of his albums, upcoming albums for album review. I think ESTG is like one of the best rappers to be coming out recently, as far as like authenticness.
From New York?
And no, he's from Detroit.
Oh, okay. I never heard of him until this track.
Yeah, apparently Yo Gotti signed him from something like that, but he's making good music. I think his last 2 projects were really strong. So I like ESTG, whatever he does. I'm just like sucking him off, just blowing his load right all over my face.
Choose this. Okay, so I like this track. This track is definitely a radio banger. I like it. This is one of his strongest tracks. Other than that, yeah, he said 14 highs. That's crazy. Next one, which is one of my favorites, Kind of Girl. This is where that line's in play, what I was saying earlier. This is my jam. Keep It Real started the jam. This became my jam too. Like this, right now his flow's starting to pick up. I know Mateo's like, it just all sounds the same. I get it. But
the best sample by far on the album is this song right here.
I like the Dionne Is that the Dionne Warwick one?
My kind of girl. When I was a little boy or something like that. It was
Wait, you talking
really
about his
good.
verse?
No, the sample.
Oh, the
guy
sample.
singing in the
my
beginning
bad.
of the song.
Yeah, I thought you were saying
It's
this
really, really good.
There wasn't a sample that I disliked, right? Like the beats are all good, but it's everything is samey, man. I don't know. I like more lyrical hip hop. So like there is nothing on this album that really pleased me. My top 2 tracks were Blue Chills and Drop Top. I was gonna rank more, and I just didn't like any of them.
Wow, that's crazy. You didn't really listen to the album then.
It all sounds the same, and I don't like listening to music from alleged sexual assaulters too. So there's that aspect.
I had no idea about that. Yeah.
He's got a shitload of sexual assault allegations apparently.
Yeah, that's wild.
Were they proven?
He settled out of court on one. You told me.
That's pretty much. That's pretty much admitting guilt. Yeah.
But no, this was definitely. I like this track a lot. This track was fucking good. He said higher a lot in this track.
I love the the skit at the end of this track.
I got tired of the hires. There were too many hires.
Yeah. There's a skit at the end of this track.
Oh,
It's fucking hilarious. It's one of French's friends talking to a Jamaican guy that sounds like Ox from.
bro, that shit's fucking hilarious. Yes,
That shit is funny.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, French man, I love your
Yeah,
music, man.
yeah.
I'm the best. He's like, French.
No, they start off. He's like, you don't know nobody famous. You don't know nobody famous in patois. He's like, you don't know nobody. He's like, what you talking about, man? I know all these famous people.
Bro, that's
he's
what
like,
I
you don't
liked
know
about it, too.
nobody.
don't
And
know
he mentions somebody. I can't hear him. And he's like, oh, that's whack, son. He's like, hey, yo, son, that's whack, son. You only saying that because he's locked up. That's whack, son. And he's like, yo, he's like, you think I don't know nobody? I don't know nobody. He's like, I'm gonna call French right now. Frenchie. He calls. He's like, hey, yo, French. They think I don't know you out here. They think I don't know you. He's like, say what's up to my homie. He puts him on. The Jamaican
love
nigga's
it.
like, I love your music, man. He's like, I love it. It's hot.
What song is this?
This is at the end of Higher. There's a skit.
But no,
at the end of-
we're still on Kind of Girl though. We kind of jumped real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still on
Oh,
Kind of
damn,
Girl.
you jumped. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, but so
What's
on,
the high counter on Kind of Girl? And give us your thoughts on Kind of Girl.
So Kind of Girl, shockingly, 0 has.
Wow.
Not a 1. Not a 1.
not a damn one.
Beat is really nice. Rick Ross is the best thing to happen to this album up to this point. Up to this point. And up to this point, Harry Fraud has not had a single beat without vocals. It's also on my notes
Yes.
of this song. But yeah, this song was actually good, I thought.
Yeah, nah.
And I think Rick Ross carried the show here. But,
Yes.
And
Nah,
I'm not
Rick
a
Ross
Ross
is-
fan. I'm not down with the boss, but he's cool.
Damn, I fucked with
He
you.
does.
I'm not a fan. No one's ever heard me. Oh my God, Rick Ross, you've never heard me say this.
You didn't
I
like
gotta
I'm a
give it to
favorite
him.
rapper.
He does really well over boom bap beats. Like really, really well. Like better than I would think he would do.
So on this track, second favorite. And this track also has the whole my favorite. It's just a stupid line, right? You guys are gonna be like, it's a stupid line, but I found it hilarious. It's when he's like busting down them Oreos like Lizzo.
Like Lizzo.
There was a meme or a picture of Lizzo eating Oreos, and she was busting, like, bro, like, and that's what I saw, and I was like, yo, this is a funny, stupid line. Like, I don't know why I found it. I had to play it back and just listen to it, but it's a stupid little line, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, that's what you get from French, bro. You get these like little lines that are, pretty funny. Then another one, DK, you got me feeling like the Wolf of Wall Street with the Quaalos, because he was all fucking like the man was just gone. Like, another little funny reference.
These are the lines
Quaaludes.
these are the lines that I think are like half deep. I'm like, he's trying to pull these lines out.
No, and
Like,
again, it's to Mateo's point. It's like the Family Guy of hip hop. It's a lot of references.
Yeah.
He's referencing Lizzo. He's referencing Jigga. He referenced so many other rappers on these songs. Like if he could elicit their abilities, and I'm like, I don't think it works like that.
He even
you don't got the power to just channel them into your track. Like you got to go pay for that feature, Holmes. Like
He even listed Tiger Woods. He's like, I got caught up with the white girl like Tiger Woods. I was like, bueno, that shit got hit. That shit hit me hard. I'm like, I fuck with all these tracks and this shit. That's why I started liking the song even more. But I don't know. The man's for the people, bro. Gotta fuck with him.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. Like I said, a lot of the songs are good for what they're probably perfect for what he's trying to achieve.
Yeah.
It's just for me, don't give me the sound like, oh shit, this is the deep beat. He's gonna come with the deep bars, and you're gonna hit me with kiddie pool levels of deepness. Like, it's shallow, bro. It ain't deep. That's all I'm saying.
Next track, Higher. And I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact there ain't a ha in this bitch. Not one. No way. I'm gonna have to look up the fucking.
That's hilarious.
Look it up. I got 2 hands on
I'm
Higher.
gonna look it up.
That's incredible.
Hire's a good song, and I really like the production on this song.
Yeah.
Vocals again, but I like that it's just like a guitar and some simple sounds. I think it's just a drum and a guitar is the whole sound of this track. It sounded cool.
It was too many hires for me.
Yeah, you
There
should
were
have counted
too
the
many
hires.
hires.
Hi.
You should have counted the hires on this one. You should have counted
Hiya.
definitely count the hires on this one. That shit was a lot of hires. It was a higher. I was like, damn, they be with a Yeah, I don't see a fucking ha in here, Pooch. I'm looking down this track list. Or the lyrics. I don't see a ha. Nope. Not.
Anyways.
Oh, it is right there. It's right there.
Why are you quick to call me a liar?
Damn.
I dedicated my capabilities to this. And you're gonna
Jesus
doubt me?
Christ. There's 2 back to back right before a higher.
He did the research.
So let me finish. The
How
guys
many
like
hands did I say? 2 hands.
You said 2.
So don't doubt your boy.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
the guys saying, the Jamaican guy's like, oh, French Montana, I love your music. And the other guy's like, hold up. That's not French Montana. And the Jamaican guy's like, who's this? He's like, my man Frenchie, French Vanilla, the nigga I went to high school.
He's like, take your fucking phone back. I find that funny in albums, and I like it. The little discussions back and forth. Like Kendrick was really good about that too on the Good Kid, Mad City. Like I find those things pretty dope. But nah, yeah. Either way, it didn't
Next
do
song.
nothing musical wise. Next song is Bricks and Bags. One of my another favorite of mine. That's with Benny the Butcher. This is where the lyrics come into play.
Yes.
And it's not from obviously French Montana side, but he definitely blended well with it. Cause Benny the Butcher is definitely fucking. He can spit.
the song doesn't have a vocal in the beginning too.
That true. That exactly. The first song, it stood out for a couple of reasons. It was a deeper, darker sound, which made me feel like, okay, we're supposed to be dropping the bars here. And then there wasn't a vocal. And so I was like, all right, cool. So, it kind of caught my attention for being, having a different sound. And Benny the Butcher fucking kills it. Mm-hmm. And then Jada fucking kills it. I didn't even peep that Jada was on the track. So he just said, ha ha! I was like, oh shit, we got Jada out here?
So you don't get mad with Jada's?
Yeah, I actually hate it. Shut up.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
All right. 7 hands on this track. Not counting any of Jada's bullshit, all right? I think he only had like 2 or whatever the fuck sound, but
I thought Frenchie's bars weren't even that bad on this song. It was pretty good, memorable, and yeah, Jada Kiss just ties the bow on the song for me. I was like, this is like the trifecta of features. These niggas make a really good song. I like it a lot.
And I even wrote, this is French's best rapping. So I think on this song, he brought his best. Probably because he knew he was going to get outclassed anyways, but he couldn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't get washed on his own song.
He got washed, but you got to show. You got to make a showing. You know what I'm saying?
It's
First
hard
of all,
though.
you
You
have
got Jada Kiss, a legend,
and
and fucking
then
Benny the Butcher.
the new legend.
That's fucking insane. These guys are both lyrical as fuck. Like, yeah, they're gonna outshine any nigga that's not as lyrical. But I think still Montana did his thing on it either way.
Like I said, it's his best rapping on the album.
I like it.
Mateo?
He said it's all the same.
I don't have notes on most of these songs, dude. They all sounded the same. This is one of the better ones for sure. That's all I got for you, dude.
Okay. Next song.
Next song was Poetic with No Justice. Yep. And this one was okay to me. I didn't feel it wasn't bad or anything like that, but
I loved the difference too on this song. Again, this is just like a guitar. It sounds like Santana's playing guitar. Like it just sounds it elicits that sound to me. And I also liked that there's no chorus, nothing like that. It's just straight bars. Like French is just rapping.
Yeah.
And in my notes I actually wrote really like this song. Just straight bars. He still can't rap though. Sounds like he got a ghostwriter only giving his worst bars so it don't seem suspicious. Those are my literal notes for this song. So.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Two hands. I give this song 2 hands.
Yeah. I like the violins. I like the guitar in this. Like, so for me, this is like a perfect beat. And, you know, you got French rapping 5 out of, 10 bars. You know what I mean? He's giving you his best, but it's just kind of throwaway. I do like the actual sample though, man. It's great. Harry Fraud knows how to pick a good sample. Like them violins on the song. I like them a lot. That's like one of my favorite parts of the song.
Do you know who the sample is?
No,
I don't know. What's up?
I meant to go and look them all up. I was curious about that, but I did not.
Yeah, this song in particular, I wrote down to go and find the sample, and I ended up not, because it sounds really soulful, like it's old, but it had me thinking, like, why did he name the song "Poetic with No Justice"? So I immediately thought, like, all right, does this song have some kind of connection either to the movie itself, Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson?
it has to do something with that.
Or is it a Janet Jackson song that got sampled and they named it? It was just something, again, not that the titles are deep at all, but it's the type of shit I think about. I'm like, all right, maybe there's some connection there. Go find the sample, and I just forgot to do it.
Yeah.
Next track.
Drop Top is the next track on the album.
Drop Top was one of the ones I liked.
Yeah, I like the song. I put that Quavo fire. And I'm not a Quavo fan. I'm not a big fan of the Migos. They're not my amigos, but yeah. And then part of the joke there is with though, for a while Popeyes had that the Quavo combo. It was like 2 chicken sandwich combo. So anytime I get to say the Quavo, I always take it.
Yo, I ordered the Quavo several times. Right?
Yeah, the
that was
Quavo
my
got
favorite
played
meal.
in my house for sure.
Yeah.
The song, I like the sample, so I thought having Quavo on the song elicited a different sound than the rest of the album too. So I enjoyed that. 6 has a little heavy with the hand this one, and he referenced my main man Earl Manigault, which I thought was a deep cut.
Yeah, some of these references, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like,
yeah, Earl Manigault is famous, really, because when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ended his basketball career, and they were like, "Oh, who's the best player you ever played with?" He's like Earl Manigault, and no one knew who he is because he never played in the NBA. And so, like, that's like where they made a movie about him and everything with Don Cheadle. It's an alright movie.
Y'all talking about Drop Top, right?
yeah,
This is the most commercial song out of the whole album. Just because Quavo's on it. I don't know what it is. Quavo brought a more radio play. Like, this is definitely a radio play ass track.
he could definitely write a fucking hook. He definitely is like the
Quavo's
best.
good
He
at that
makes
shit.
really good hooks, and I don't know.
His voice too. Like, his voice is made for hooks. Like, he's really good at it for sure.
You don't even know what his voice sounds like.
I listened
It's
to the
just
whole
pure
song.
auto tune.
Oh, well, no,
Yeah.
well,
with the
I guess.
all you hear is that. You don't know what that man sounds like.
No, I guess, but I'm saying like he does a good job. I think almost every one of their albums, like he's mostly the hook. I would say. That might be a reach to say it. I have to go back and listen, but I think
I don't know. He has a good sound. I don't disagree, but I think it's part of the
Auto-tune
Quavo sound.
shit?
I think he's auto-tuned the fuck out all the time. I don't know what Quavo sounds like. Like T-Pain, I didn't know what T-Pain sounded like till he was on that Tiny Desk, and I was like, damn, T-Pain could sing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it can.
So maybe Quavo could sing.
On to the next song.
Shorty's so bad.
Yo, this song is fucking.
The worst one. You know why it's the worst one? Because there's only 30 seconds of this fucking song that aren't intro or chorus.
True.
I marked it down because I was like, this is all just chorus and intro. There's less than 30 seconds of fucking rapping on this.
Yo, I lost time in my life from listening to this song. It's like absolutely. I don't think this is probably the worst song produced this year. And Harry Fraud and fucking French Montana, I don't know how they managed to make this shit level. La da da dee da da. I was like, no. I was like, they can't be serious.
So what I got down in my notes is this shit should be on a Grand Theft Auto intro scene or something like this. The song, like it should be like when they're driving around and all you hear is la da dee da la, and they're just driving around the fucking city. That's what I thought when I said this should be like some fucking Grand Theft Auto.
This shit is used to get confessions out of prisoners in the American penitentiaries.
This is what they play in Guantanamo Bay. Y'all motherfuckers gonna tell me what I want to know. La da dee da da da. Nah. Yeah, all I have is Zero has.
Wow.
Which is probably why French didn't go off, because he kept it in, and yeah, it's just that they took it back to Night at the Roxbury with this shit. Like
the worst.
Won't
fucking,
you be my love? Isn't that song?
I'm not too sure, but it's terrible. I'm gonna every time
This is
this
definitely
song
from Night at the Roxbury for sure. The sample that song was on Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, I took
All I
this
could think of
song
was Will
off of the
Ferrell.
album permanently. After like the third time hearing it, I was like, I'm deleting this song off the album because I cannot deal with it anymore.
Apple Music lets you do that?
Yeah,
Cool. Like you could just go to an album and delete a song?
yeah.
And then you don't, and it won't never play nothing off. Only what you have there.
Only what you have, yeah, of the album.
That's a pretty cool feature.
That's a feature. Maybe go to Apple Music. Maybe I can just get rid of a lot of shit.
I mean, like Spotify lets you, if you save the album, it'll make a playlist of the album, and then you could delete songs from that playlist. But
I just pick like
it didn't
songs
sound
off
like
the
that's
album.
what Doe's saying. So I was like,
No, you can go to the album, download it. You can also re-download the song. It'll just be, it just won't show up. You can go back to download a complete version of the album. If once you start doing that, if you scroll to the bottom of the album, it says show complete album, and then you get all the songs back.
I see. That's cool.
Next song, Drunk Words, Sober Thoughts.
So they ended the album, by the way, with Shorty So Bad. That's the last track on the album.
We're in
the
deluxe
next
mode.
two songs are off the deluxe album.
Oh, I've been listening to the deluxe.
I didn't listen to Deluxe.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So it made me wonder, why the fuck would they end the album on such a bad note? How could they do that? Why?
I don't know.
La Música de Harry Fraud.
But this one has chinks on it, and this was
It's really good.
Oh wait, I did hear this one. I must have listened to this one at least from the Deluxe then. Yeah, this one was good.
yeah.
So Chinks is the guy who got killed. French has a bad track record of a lot of the people that being around him either getting locked up or killed. Because
wrong.
like Max B is in prison for 75 years. Stack Bundles got killed, and then Chinks got killed as well. And Chinks to me was like the next thing coming out of the Bronx.
And the beat, I think,
And
12.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing, ladies and gentlemen. I will correct. There's still two. Bronx Mecca is the last song on the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's two songs after that. Apologies. Thank God. I was like, how could they do this? No.
Yeah.
All right.
And I never knew he broke down Chinks's well, his original name is Chinks Drugs, but to
I did
get
not
signed,
know. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that's what his name meant. That was pretty. It's
I
pretty
didn't
His
cool.
know
name
that
makes
either.
no sense at all.
Coward-hearted individuals never exist. I didn't understand it really.
He explains it.
I know.
He then goes on to say, "Oh yeah, because if you ain't out there trying to get yours,
Yeah, his explanation doesn't make any damn sense.
and then blah blah blah," and it's like, wait, so some people do exist, and then, all right, coward-hearted individuals don't exist, never exist. Drugs, what?
Yeah,
I'm like, what? How does that make sense? So
Yeah,
this whole shit just threw me for a loop. But whatever. Not trying to hate on the dead man.
yeah. He switched up his name to Chinks when he went and he actually had albums.
Yeah, because they couldn't really. They said that we couldn't really like support it. I guess I don't know. It was weird.
So this song has one single high.
See, not that many highs on this album.
And I think it had the hardest bar on the album, which I thought was cool. Frenchie says, I gotta renew my vows, they still married to the old me. And I thought that was like a really a very progressive point of view from a hip hop artist. Because these hip hop folk, they be talking about keeping it real and keeping it to themselves the way they've been living from day one till the end of time. And part of this is like embracing like the idea like, all right, we could grow up, we could change. We don't got to live by the same shit that, we told ourselves we are going to live by in the past. And I don't even think French meant it to be that deep. I'm gonna keep it real. I think he was just talking about marriage and vows. He's like, oh shit, yeah. He mentioned the old me a couple times on this album as well. Talking about buy my old music or I'm not how I used to be. Different versions of like the same shit that Jigga has already said 1,000 times. Again, I think he has a hand in That's my theory.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good though. I liked it. I mean, maybe because Chinks was on there, but no, yeah, solid track. Like I said, the worst track on here was Shorty So Bad. Obviously, everybody knew. Next track, Bronx Mecca, and just off rip, the beginning of this shit started off fucking fantastic. I don't know what it was, but the slow startup.
The guitars, the violins, it's
all the
all
mixtures
like
of instruments. That shit just like
It's
okay.
it's like half the other songs on the album.
Yeah.
Let's take the sample and let's just play it for a little while, and then 30 seconds in, I'll start rapping.
It just might be maybe I'll just like the beat how it
Go
started.
listen
It
to
was
the
just real
original song, because I think that's what Harry Fraud wants you to do.
He's here to only promote original songs.
I also think he sampled this same person twice on this album too. This sounds very similar to another song in the beginning of the album.
Where did the sample come from? I didn't search
I
it
don't
up.
know.
I should have searched it up.
I never looked any of these up.
One thing maybe it's not a sample either though, just because I noticed this song has a feature that I don't remember hearing. Who the fuck is Flory or whatever?
That must be the person in the background singing. It's like a woman.
I see. So you don't think it's the beginning of the song?
Yeah, it's probably not. No, I'm talking about like this sounds. I don't know. The person singing in the background sounds like a similar sample from the beginning of the album, but I guess not because this is actually a feature on that song.
Flurry is the person that was sampled.
Okay, cool.
I just looked it up. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, French don't start rapping until 57 seconds into the song. They give you a whole minute of this other song. It's interesting.
I still think it was good. I mean, it's just maybe the beat. I liked it probably.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad. You're just saying it like, oh yeah, this one really
is better
stood
than the
out
other 9.
because it started like all the other songs. That's what I heard you say, and I'm like, huh? It's like, what? That makes no sense.
The other ones were all right. I think it's just the wave, the wave, the beat on it. Like it's just, I don't know. It was catching me. I liked it.
Yeah,
Other
I
than
guess
that, it
it'll
was
just.
straight.
I guess it'll be me and you doing the last two because I want to talk about this next song, "Run That Bag Up." Probably another standout track from this album. Like it's a very, very good song.
Mac and cheese flow for sure.
Yeah.
This is where
I thought
does it break the pattern of the other songs, or is it still following that same kind of like?
It is a sample. He starts rapping immediately though.
Yeah, it's there's no waits. He's on it quick.
And then like the song is heavy sample, and then breaks into like a little drum, like a guy with the drum on the hook. The hook is good. This is probably one of the better songs on the album. Like right here, like that. I was like, okay, this got put on one of my playlists. I like it because I was like, I just like the build up. I don't know. It sounds like very upbeat. And he says, "Fuck Giuliani," which I'm kind of like.
That's why you like it, bitch. Yeah, that's why you like it.
Yeah, I hope he gets fucking arrested for that bullshit he pulled at the fucking supermarket.
So the next one that's off the album, only in deluxe, which is Everything I Do.
Damn.
This shit.
Hold on.
You
Run
listen
that
to
bag
it?
up. Is the
I didn't know.
what the fuck?
Dowie just said you, me, and him were
I
the
don't
only
know why
ones.
Dowie made that assumption. I
fell
just
for the
ignored
claim.
it.
I'm sorry. I fell for the
My
claim.
bad. Because I thought my bad.
Run that bag up. The other song on the album with zero has. So whatever that's supposed to mean, it means. All right, I'm just delivering the good word to the people. Okay.
Wait, doesn't Shorty So Bad doesn't have any hands, right?
I think
has.
they're the two that have zero has.
Wow.
Oh wait.
No.
No, not Shorty So Bad. I don't know, bro. Yeah, Shorty So Bad, zero has. And this song, zero has. Okay, and Kinda Girl, zero has. Okay, so there's 3 songs with zero has. All right. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that's not my favorite song.
No?
I thought the drum was cool. It's just very loud. Like there's just a lot of sound that it kind of feels like it never lets up, which is fine, except that it's not fine when you're just not that good of a rapper. So you're just hitting me, you're bombarding me with a bunch of shit, and I'm like, slow it down. Sing, make it sing so it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like do something else. I think French needs to go the route of like these other rappers that don't rap that much anymore, and they're just like singers. You know what I'm saying?
How with that la da dee da da shit? He was
Well, he didn't sing on that song. That song sucked.
It took me back to like an 80s track.
Yo, that might sink him.
I'm pretty sure that's "Be My Lover."
You think?
It's from Night at the Roxbury for sure, 100%.
That has to be. Yeah. All right. So the last one,
that's
Everything
that
I Do.
Techno music is always the best when you have like a heavy set black woman singing in the background. That's just the best, yo.
Was she black?
I don't know, but she sounds black. Nobody's singing la da dee da da's like that. She's definitely of color
And heavy. She's a fat black woman, is what you're saying.
It's always got to be like heavy set black woman.
I hope he's wrong. Is he wrong, Pooch?
So maybe partially, maybe I'm wrong. Apparently, it's hard to know. Yeah, in '94, Santos and Sabino released La Da Da Dee, which maybe is the original, but yeah, it's a black woman, La Bouche, from Roxbury.
Man,
and it's "Be My Lover." Go look at "Be My Lover" so you can see the video on her purple spandex.
My
lover.
Yeah, that's damn. My mom listens to all that shit. That's crazy, bro. We're really showing ages right now. What I was gonna say. All right, so next one, Everything I Do, I like it. I definitely like it. It took me. It's a drive song. Like when you by yourself, it's like everything I do. It's like you like I feel like French on this one was just he's just talking like damn. It's like I'm by myself riding and I'm just zoning out, thinking, looking back. Like that's what I got from this. I fucked with this hard.
I actually completely agree with your analysis of that song. It's very ridey, vibey. It's open. It feels very open. The song. It's a good sample. But I will admit, there's a problem with this album being too the same. I agree. This just sounds like everything else on the album. So,
yeah, it opens with a vocal sample. You get to hear that vocal sample before the rapper starts rapping. I don't know. I think Harry Fraud has a formula.
He does.
Yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want an album with a formula. It just sounds too similar.
Yeah, but overall, I give this a 3 out of 5.
You're giving it a 3 out of 5? Any highlights from the album? Anything that you liked over anything else?
Not just those songs. Kind of Girl, Bags and Tricks, Everything I Do, even though it's not on the album. Drop Top.
Do you feel like beats were better than
You named a song that's not on the album?
Well, it's not there. Like
It's not on the deluxe. It's on the deluxe.
It's on the deluxe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What was your question though?
No, and I feel like this album had better beat making than it did actual bars.
That's Harry.
It was more like Harry Fraud, like, oh, here's a flavor selection. And it's like his ice cream in different colors. I don't know if that makes any or different flavors. It's just like the same type of ice cream, and then you just it's weird.
And I
You
think
just
that's the problem Mateo had, and I can see what Mateo would. I can agree with Mateo a little bit. Is that Harry a lot of the same beat sounds, so it didn't seem like one song was different from the other. But for me, I like Montana music, so and I know what I'm getting from it. I'm not there for lyrics. He might have some bars where it just like, okay, I could see, yeah, I fuck with it, but you know, I'm not there trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to Montana for just because he raps the same like Kendrick Lamar. No, very different. Two completely different fucking people.
The reason why this album caught my eye is Harry Fraud. So that's really, I wanted to hear what it could be like if he was just only to rap on these style of beats. I thought it was gonna be interesting, and I think it is. And we got some good songs, and we have possibly one of the worst songs created this year. I think it's contender.
So bad.
Yeah. I give the album, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I like it.
So a 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
Suck.
I would say
It's
I would
actually
say
3 out of 5. If you do
Is it
the
3
math.
out of
I
5?
would say
Exact
3
same
out of
score.
5. Yeah, I would give it a 3 out of
Same
5. Yeah. I would give it a 3 out of 5. I think this is fair. It's not
Yeah, it's not trash.
It's not trash, but you still will break your weed up on this album one day. Like,
Does that make an album trash that you can break weed up on it?
yeah, when you use somebody's album to break weed up on, you don't use it. Like, you don't use
I would
the
think
album.
that you use it because it's very strong fucking cover and it won't bend as much in those.
It's a very strong cover.
Like it's thick.
Anyways, Pucho, what do you think?
I give the album 48, just too shy of 50. Now I'll proceed to give you all 48 hands on the album. Let me imagine. Just do that 48.
I'll have to mute you from the server.
Damn. Too bad. My audio's recorded locally, baby. It's gonna be in the video.
What about you, Mateo?
Don't listen to this album. It's not worth your time. Listen to one song from it. Listen to 2 songs from it. Are you working television? Do you need some bland background hip hop to put into your show? Check out this album. Don't listen to it.
Harsh words from a harsh man.
No, I think it's good that we have our first bad album. I think this is good.
Okay, so you would say this is a
So
bad
now
album.
you're
You said
saying
it's
it's
a fair album.
God damn, nigga,
I
you
would
flipping
say-
and flopping, man.
I
You
would
gotta stay
say-
consistent.
He
I
said
would
6
say
out of
it's-
10.
I'd
So
say
then you
it's
would say
not-
2 out of 5, right? Yeah.
And then he went to
fair.
3 out of 5.
First, I'll break my weed on this. It's a bad album. You got me all fucked up, though.
Yeah, bro, you can make up your mind, nigga. Shit.
I don't know what's up
All
with
right,
me today. I'm
let me-
flip flopping like a
Let
bitch.
me be Doey's filter here, okay?
Oh, here we go.
I think what Doey's trying to say is, right now, at this moment, some of these songs are good. You can listen to them, they vibe. But like all music, like all things, music ages. And over time, this album's going to lose its luster.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very low quality, bad album. Right now, it's fair. It will be bad. I think that's what Doey's trying to say.
All right, saved him. Saved
Is
your
every-
ass like a flopping
is-
fish.
is every day goes by, there is a lessened chance that you're gonna ever want to listen to this album again.
In about 2 years, I'm gonna play this shit for y'all boys, and y'all gonna listen to it and love it.
I'm gonna be honest. The only song on this album that might get replayed is "Shorty So Bad," just so we can laugh. Just so we can laugh. I might be like you know, when we're doing the whole like everybody's taking turns playing music, and then bam, la da 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 da. Somebody's going, what the, you know, and that there's gonna be comedy there.
They guys are fucking hilarious.
Nah, but the Quavo song was good. The Rick Ross song was good. The Benny the Butcher song is good. Those are all songs that are worthy of listening to again. You know, I'm just being facetious here, but I'm not listening to this album again.
Should have been an EP with just those songs, and it would have been way better.
If they cut this to 7 and just took out some of the songs that sounded repetitive, it'd be fun.
Same.
You'd be damn, a nice little 30-minute album. This shit's like
nice
you know, I could replay it, but
yeah,
quick pack.
I think we reviewed this album for longer than the actual album runtime.
Yo, facts.
Someone says true.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, the follow button, and the share button all at one time. We're on all social media platforms. Yes, all at one time. Hit that shit. One time. And we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, IG, Apple Music, anywhere, Spotify. We don't push P. We won't push P. We gave up on that shit.
We're on Plenty of Fish, Farmers Only.
Yeah.
We need to not say pushing P. We need to start pushing Discord. Come on our Discord. Come be friends with us.
Also, that's correct.
Help us coin phrase a term for you. What would you like to be called? The one-uppers? The uppity ones? The one up?
And quick shout out to the horror connoisseur. I tried salt and vinegar chips. Fucking disgusting. Just gonna put it out there.
Oh,
fucking disgusting.
Wait, she thinks they're disgusting?
No, she loves them. She thinks I'm bugging
thank
out.
God. You're about to make me hate our biggest fan. I would have flip-flopped on her and you wouldn't even know how quick.
She thinks
Right,
I'm
fuck you,
bugging out
Tony.
with the
Salt and
chips.
vinegar chips, A1 all day.
And she's tried the pizza with ketchup. She says, also not a banger. Stop it. Like, so that's what
She's spitting Ember facts. You're wrong, Tony.
I tried the chips.
100%.
I like it. Video to come soon. I'll post it up on Twitter so you guys can see my initial reaction of that shit tasting. It's touching my tongue. I can't even talk because it's fucking disgusting. But either way. Doe, you got any comments for us this week from any of the listeners or viewers?
I don't have any comments ready.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're not doing
it then. All right.
We're long today, people. We don't.
As always,
Tony's looking
super
to fluff it out.
I'm extending this shit.
We're about to make a fucking podcast that's gonna rival the length of like Nosferatu.
We're approaching Snyder Cut territory right now.
Hells yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, go one up yourself. Peace.